You shook some hands, took some names, found out that things are happening around here. So the question logically becomes, what happens now? Because you have like a week, couple of days, who knows, to make necessary preparations for an invading force of very tall people.
And a dragon.
And who knows what else they decided to drag along with them. So the question is, what preparations do you think you can make to stop this whole thing from going belly up, tits up, as they say?
Well, I mean, I carry alchemical weapons. Can't we make traps? Bella, isn't that like your thing? You're like
Making traps? No,
you should be good at catching things off guard.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm not really a trap person. I'm more of a hunt them down and do a little slash.
You hunt people?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The most dangerous game.
I need to find a very specific map right now, and that's the one of Sandpoint. Take a guess. I need to know distances in a bit.
So what I will do in the couple days that we have is use my shifting jerkin to swap out 2 of my Slayer talents.
But it's not gonna take your whole day, my good sir.
Yeah, it's an hour per. Like I can do it once for an hour per day, so I have to like take multiple days to do it too.
What Talon's gonna do though is first he's gonna go and ask about anything related to energy protection or ice that we can get from the Merchant's Guild, because he has been informed that ice apparently works.
Wait, ice for what?
The Durgan.
Aren't you trying to avoid fighting the dragon?
That's
Look,
what I was saying.
It's like the main thing. We're gonna fight it at some point. He has no faith.
You specifically hired a bunch of dragon slayers to take care of the dragon for you. There's a good chance that if they don't succeed, you're fucked, really.
Hey, it'll be weakened after.
You'll be fucked. It's not going to come in melee range. And your range attacks are not up to code. let me just put it like this. There are things you can reasonably fight, and then there's things that won't come into range for you to fight them. Additionally, it can just leave and come back later to burn the town down, or burn the town on its way out. Whatever it decides is the best way to just middle finger flip you off as it leaves.
Man, this dragon's a dick, and I haven't even
Claire,
met him yet.
It's a dragon. Did you forget that they're in the title and they're supposed to be extremely scary and dangerous, and you need specialists or a very good plan to deal with them? Also generally parties have like magic people at this point who can cast fun spells like the power to fly after them. Did you know that spellcasters are very useful?
Yes, Safi.
No.
To be fair, Claire, I've got parties where there are too many wizards and I like to rub in. You know, it'd be very useful if you had like a fighter right now.
Aha! Anti-magic field.
I just like pointing out to people that you know, what they don't have is what they need.
I hear you, Sam.
I'm the wrong kind of magic person.
You're probably a better kind of magic person than the rest of the party.
Well, they're not magic.
I mean, I'm magic in different ways.
Exactly.
My butt's pretty magic.
I could potentially take slowing strike, which
But it flies, Bella.
Yeah, it could drop him down.
I'm trying to. By the way, I'm looking at a map and I'm trying to figure out like what the scale is so that I can copy it.
Anyway, we should either break or burn the bridges. Because
I suggested we break the other bridges to make sure they're, funneled.
Yeah.
There is no grid. Oh, there we go. That's how you set this. Okay. I need this to be higher, but like factor that minus a bit. This should do it. And it's almost right. I need a little less, like 10%. This 45 feet. That ought to do it. Okay, now the map's to scale. Now we can actually measure distances, which is important when you're running your ass over to another place, because you're getting attacked from multiple directions.
So yeah, we're taking out the bridges.
Okay. By the way, I looked it up. These ponds are like 30 feet deep, like 10 feet deep. They're not that deep. A big tall man could walk through them.
Wait, you said like 30 feet deep?
10.
Okay. It's still slowing down. It'd be difficult terrain. Give us a fair firing angle with our archers.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
so making sure they have no easy access would be a good option. So we can send some people to take care of that.
Yeah.
Something very weird that I just noticed is that the interactive map sheet you get has all the lines that they align the text along for the streets. It's very weird.
Huh.
It's a very weird thing.
So do you think we should do Tree Man?
I mean,
Rockman.
I was
No, he's one with the trees.
I was hoping that the water would be too deep for them to get across, and we could funnel them up where I could.
Well, but even if it's not, if they start walking it, you got this amazing ability called lightning.
Also, can't you make it deep enough?
That's a good question.
Yes, I can. It'll flood the town.
Oh.
Part of it.
It turns out, baby Claire, that when you make a river deeper, it usually involves making it higher.
Yeah, we'd have to cut out the bottom of it.
This kind of looks like a cliff. Well, like it dips.
No, I don't want to shoot in anyone's pancakes.
We're not flooding the town.
But there are other ways to make a river less passable without flooding the whole town behind it. You know those super deadly rivers that look like nothing? Basically that. I'm quite certain a druid could make something like that happen.
Oh yeah. You can make the river suck, basically.
Or you could take out the earth from underneath.
Do you know how long that would take?
I don't know.
No, I'm thinking of
a lot of earth.
I'm thinking of like a spell that for a little bit of time makes a river like 5 times as deep and 3 times as fast. Essentially, turns it into a death pit.
For that?
Probably, there should be.
What would that
sounds sick.
Like 5e. Like, Magic is divided in 3 distinct categories. There are things that happen right now and are pretty good. Things that happen over a little bit of time and are all right. And then there's things that you can't reasonably use in combat, but holy shit, do they make someone's day bad?
Yeah, I like that. That one sounds awesome. I didn't know if that was a spell.
Honestly, I'm just gonna Google spell to make river dangerous.
Well, I've got control water, which will flood the town.
Alter River is a 4th level druid spell.
Alter River?
You can okay, here we go. The river's current increase or decreases by 1 mile per hour per 2 caster levels you possess.
A swift river really sound much against stone giants.
I mean,
it means their minions can't come.
Okay, so you're like level 9, so you can increase it by 4. Which would push it up to an area of a rapid river. Which would probably start to become a problem, because that's a lot of water.
And we could put things in the river that they could like get rushed into.
And how long does that last for?
It lasts for minutes.
So you do it when they're going to cross it.
You basically want to cast it when they start showing up.
And you know, even if they don't go to the river, we'll still have them funneled because they won't want to go in the river.
Yeah, and then we can use all sorts of stuff to make sure that we damage them on their way in, which is why I was talking about like alchemical bombs and stuff. Which is the thing I do.
It is the thing you can do.
I actually have skill ranks in it.
Oh, that's a 5e spell.
There's a 2nd level druid spell called Riverside that lets you look through a river.
You could just.
Well, I mean, that could be. I could see many times where that would be useful.
You can go up to 2 miles per caster level. You can see up to 15 feet within the riverbanks, or is appearing from the water surface.
Holy shit! If we were at the level to do that when we saw the giant death creature many levels ago, that would have been useful.
Takes a minute to cast, though.
Remember the thing that burnt down that barn?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Didn't need magic for that one.
But yeah, so we could do that. I could set up some like stakes and things in the water that they wouldn't notice.
How do you want to set up stakes in the water?
I don't know. That's the hunter's parts.
So I'm just spitballing here, Safi, but basically, you know crab baskets?
Let me look them up. Claire, you
Make sure
can't
we're on
make
the
a
same
crab
page.
basket for a giant. They're really big.
I don't mean actually. I said. I don't mean. Yeah, I'm not saying build like a little underwater cage for a giant to slip into somehow. No, I mean like we add like a big weight to these, wooden spiky things that we put in the water. Like the. Oh, I know, like those old style underwater mines that are chained to the, with the chains.
Into the chains.
I know what you're talking about.
Wait,
Yeah,
blast charges?
No,
yeah, like.
naval mines. From
Ah.
World War
Yeah, like the
II.
naval mines, and they're weighted underwater, and like
Yeah, you tie it to a rock.
tied to a rock or something. And we're in a backwoods random village. This place has rocks everywhere.
Do only backwoods villages have rocks?
Do they have naval
Exactly.
mines? Do they have naval mines? Because that seems like the more difficult thing to come across, basically.
But also, we shouldn't over focus on the water because we only have so much time. It's most likely that they would come in for the main direction because that's what they're going to try to do. They're just going to come in and crush it.
No.
What we could do, which would probably be a detriment to the town, is if they go for the wall, we blast the gate so it becomes difficult for them to get through. They will get through, but it'll be harder.
Now, I don't want to shit on your Sunday, but they can probably just climb over the wall, being several feet tall.
Well, I don't know how
I'm several feet tall.
I don't know how high these walls are, so.
Depending on what artwork you look at, they probably could climb these. Or one could, like, stand on top of another.
So we should put spikes at the bottom of the wall.
Probably.
Yeah, well,
I still say fire.
I don't want to burn down the town.
No, there's a wall between the town and the
fire.
the wood. Yeah, big wall.
Look, if they start going through the woods, then we burn the woods down.
Well, I'm not saying start a fire now.
That's like a last resort. I was just thinking we
These
could
are
put some
big boys.
traps to try to slow them down.
Yeah, traps. So, giant. Aside from the comical stuff, actually, are there trebuchets in the town?
Probably not.
Claire.
Actually,
No!
Claire, it's a fishing town.
Their
Why
biggest
would a
problem
fishing
lately
town-
was fucking goblins.
Why would
Hey,
a fishing
Chris.
town have
What?
siege weapons, Claire?
Hey, Craig.
Okay, what if, like, one of the farmers brought out old Bessie, which is a massive old trebuchet from the.
Hey,
What do you-
Craig.
Yeah.
How quickly can you dig a pit as a nature person?
I mean,
Move Earth is a spell he has. I think it's a cantrip.
Putting aside
Well-
Move Earth, he also has access to, like, a bunch of fun stuff. As considering, he can turn into an animal that can burrow and all.
Yeah, because you know what would be good for this road? A pitfall.
Or just a pit.
Now, if it's a pitfall you want, there's like a whole bunch of spells that just make pits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
then
summoner was able to do that.
Great
We
pit,
throw
spike
enough.
pit, hungry pit, acid pit, roaming pit, slithering pit.
I think the
Yeah.
spike pit's a good one.
then you put like a disguise or something over it. So
But
the
those
giants
are
don't see it.
wizard spells. Did
Right,
you
right.
know?
too bad I'm not a wizard.
Safi bamboozled me.
Well, that's why I specifically said how quickly can he move Earth. Not
Move
make
Earth
a
is
pit.
a first level spell. Let's see.
Well, I'm not specifically saying move Earth as a spell. I mean, like, like
Well,
the
Move Earth is beyond him.
preparations.
Let me just. Okay.
Oh, remember, we also have access to people to help us.
Yeah. Which, speaking of this, I've just found this artistic illustration of stone giants throwing rocks. About that, what defenses do we have against big hecking rocks?
It's a fishing village, Claire, whose biggest problem was goblins.
And us.
Well, I thought I would ask. Maybe we can
So I
utilize the
think-
goblins.
Look, we don't have time.
The most powerful people in this village are like half your level, dude.
I mean, that one priest dude would still be useful as a healer.
Yup.
But I think across the coast road, we make the hidden pit, get a whole bunch of villagers. We put some stuff over it, put some sharpened stakes in there. They'll slow them down. We shoot a buttload of arrows at them, kill a few guys.
Hey, if they fall into the pit, you can throw some alchemical stuff in there and
Yeah.
blow
I
them
do
up.
have
Yep.
skill in that.
Hell, you could probably just leave some alchemical shit. The impact of them falling in would activate them.
I mean, I could.
That's actually not a bad idea.
We could ask the merchants if they'll help us out with that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're gonna dig some pits. How deep are you gonna make those pits? And more importantly, how do you think you're gonna make a pit that deep?
Well, I mean,
Well,
we have
if
a
we're gonna
couple
get
days.
all the people to help us.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
if we lose,
I
they
know
die,
that part.
So.
Well, I got a big dog, and they like to dig,
He is really big.
and I can be also a big diggy thing.
Oh my god, he could be a giant. He could be a giant bunny.
I would say a badger would probably be better.
Yeah, but have you seen bunnies?
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is like, I don't know how big, but like a pit around here ish.
On the road?
Yeah.
Marvelous.
Maybe a little further up, like maybe up here actually. So it's it's still in rock throwing range, but
Well, it's also within
Now,
arrow ranging.
Bella,
Mm.
I don't wanna shoot in your spaghetti, but
can't select
let's
my
see. Maximum rock throwing range is like a lot. It's like 900 feet.
Wow.
It's with like a minus 10, but
But also they have to deal with these trees and these trees, so they might have to like go around the pit into the trees, which we go to Plan C or Plan F, whatever we want to call it.
Destroy every rock in the 900-mile radius so that it can't use the rock.
But no, destroy the forest.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
Do you have the spell Earth Tremor?
Is that a druid spell?
Third level.
Then yes, I have it.
You might want to get looking that one up. That's gonna be useful.
Tremor.
Leash Tremor that creates difficult terrain and knocks foes down and damages them.
Yeah, in like a baby range. But
so
I like
if
it.
If we wanted to dig a great big trench, we have my dog, and then I cast animal growth on my dog, and it'll double in size. We could probably dig a fairly sizable pit.
That is a big dog.
Yeah, and I'll even grab a shovel, help out when I can. It won't be as much as the two dogs, but
You do know that when that dog is experiencing animal growth, its paws are probably like the size of people, right?
My god, he's glorious.
I will not need to help them.
Look at those bappers.
Stands right on top of you, Claire.
Like we could dig it deep, put spikes at the bottom, and then like dig out into the water so that it'll fill with water as well.
I was gonna put alchemical traps in there.
That's
so
awesome.
I guess could I dig through my Monster Slayer knowledge and kind of glean like how deep a pit would be to really impede a stone giant?
Well, like 15 feet is a good starting point because that's how tall they are. So that's like a floor deep, and that will probably stop them a little bit since they can just pull their way out of there with ease.
Except
problem is, depending on the soil conditions, a pit like that won't be stable and collapse in on itself when you build it.
Oh. This is why we got the druid to make the soil better with his, soil spell.
Yeah.
Okay, well that'll last a couple minutes.
Yeah, the druid is good at spoiling.
We would have to sure it up with rocks and stuff.
I don't want to give him rocks though.
They don't need any more rocks than they already got.
I mean, I still think, yeah, like I think the pit plan would be good, just especially with, like with Xylos, like yeah, lace it with like some chemical weapons, maybe hell even that trick that I've seen in movies where they took like tumbleweeds or things of brambles or whatever and then lit them on fire after coating them in oil and it's like
What?
You talking Troy?
Yeah, Troy. Where they took these like bramble balls or
they took great big balls of intertwined brambles and stuff, coated them in oil, set them on fire, and then like rolled them down a hill. And they would just fucking burst into flames whenever they struck anything.
Yeah, because they were.
Wait, Notorious. There's an amazing spell you have here.
What's that?
Vengeful Comets.
It's a very specific kind of naming.
You know the thing that Nova does with the little null stars? It does that. You create little comets that float around your head. They give you bonuses equal against fire effects, and then they attack anything that uses spells on you. "1d6 bludgeoning and 3d6 cold damage to the target that casts a spell on you."
Plus an additional amount of cold level equal to the level of the spell you're...
That's pretty sweet.
Not a lot of comments, though. Got like 2.
Yeah, I'm just looking through druids to see what would be helpful here. Also, Notorious can modify up to 9 cubic feet of stone as a third level spell.
And make a what out of it?
To fortify the pit?
Whatever. Stone shape.
Wait, that gives me an amazing idea.
While it's possible to make crude coffers, doors, and so forth in stone shape, fine detail is not possible.
Yep.
So you could make something out of rock.
Which, I got it. We trap the rocks.
There's also Notorious spike growth, where you can make an 180-foot square of undergrowth into spiky, basically caltrops, for 9 hours.
I mean,
any moving creature on foot into or through the area takes 1d4 points of piercing damage for each 5 feet moved. You could trap this whole area, Noto.
I mean that one sounds like a good idea. The other thing I was trying to say, like they want rocks clearly. So
Safi said they brought rocks.
Oh, they.
I mean, they're not going to turn down the local cuisine.
And see, there we go.
So we just fill it with gunpowder.
I'm not exactly sure how you would trap a rock other than maybe wait. Can you turn a rock into a animal?
Probably not.
I'm trying to think outside the box here, but also...
Claire, turning it into an animal does not stop the giant holding the rock from throwing it.
Xylo, which spell were you talking about?
The one I was just talking about was spike growth.
Okay. 20 feet square per level.
So we're 9th level, so...
yeah, 180 feet.
So big.
Yeah, just caltrop. Actually, yeah, I like that. That's a good one. Just like caltrop the entire area.
4th level blast barrier creates an unstable wall for cover that eventually explodes for 2d6 slashing and 1d3 sonic per 3 levels.
Well, how long does spike growth last?
9 hours.
Okay, so we set that up early, but we still got to consider all the spells that Noda's gonna have to use. To
So-
prepare
Well, this would
herself.
be the big one.
I would also have to be in many places.
At least you only have to do this one once.
It's medium range, so you can just kind of throw it out there.
I mean, I can turn into an animal and just fly between spots, but
Yeah, you do the spike growth first, and then like as the giants approach, then you do the water thing. If we're gonna do the water thing.
Yeah, the water thing would be after we, burn them with hopefully the alchemical traps that I can spend some time making and working with the other people.
Also on the bridge thing, you thought about breaking all the bridges except one. We could also just like sabotage the other bridges.
I feel like they'd halfway just ignore the bridges.
I personally would recommend turning into an air elemental. Those things have 100 feet in fly speed. Jesus. Just fucking go for it.
yeah, but that consumes another spell that I could be using for other things.
The hell are you talking about? It's your wild shape. You can turn into a medium air elemental now.
Oh,
Buckaroo.
right, I forgot that I have the or the elementals wild shape now.
You had that since 6th. Just
Yeah.
that now it got better. At 8th. Alright, so the plan is to make some spiky growths. And some of you wanted to dig some pits.
Make some spikes in that pit. Just like Punji pit style.
Gross.
Okay, not that. Just the spiky part.
Does that switch you to chaotic evil if you decide to make a full punchy stick?
You know what? I'll
How's
leave
that
that for
punchy
you to figure out, Claire. I'll let you sort out if throwing a dead cow over a city wall is considered chaotic evil.
Oh, that's a punchy stick.
If it's dead.
The whole idea of throwing a dead cow is to demoralize and also to spread disease. Like, if you died of disease, they'd probably throw you in a trebuchet and lob you into a city.
I mean,
Flying out a trebuchet.
I'm just gonna assume
Holy
this
man.
stone giant would one hand catch the cow and bite its head off. Because I mean,
I
Bacon.
was always a fan of the old send the severed heads of their army into the town with trebuchets. That's always fun.
It's called grape shot.
The age of man is over.
The fuck, Claire?
That's Lord of the Rings.
What the hecky, Claire?
They don't quote any of the other Urukai lines because the only Urukai line that people remember is "Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys."
Yeah, sure. We'll pretend that's the case. Is there anything else you would like to do ahead of time? So you're gonna be making a pit. You're gonna be casting spike growth when you got a suspicion they're coming.
Break the bridges.
You're gonna break apart Tanner's Bridge and the Sandpoint Bridge. Anything else that I missed?
Well, I'm working on getting alchemical weapons to put into the pit.
Okay, so we're gonna get double trap pits that do
double-
1d6 damage because of how alchemical weapons don't scale.
What, if we put like 1,000,000 of them in there, it only does 1d6?
That's a lot of alchemical equipment. Like, there's a
Oh.
point at which you just can't buy more because there's not that many in town.
well,
I was
I
working
think
on
we're
making
still-
it too. Probably have
You
that
know, if you
skill.
wanted to do all the stuff, maybe you should have been an alchemist.
I sort of picked up on the alchemical tools later.
Yeah, I mean, like, at this level, you'd have like 5d6
Kind of.
bombs, like pretty big bombs. You'd have all those
Yeah, not gonna lie,
extracts.
I always wanted to play an alchemist because I like the idea of throwing explosives at people.
You really are a goblin,
But,
aren't you?
Claire's a goblin.
I am
I
goblin.
want to throw bombs at people. It's not a sentence you should be excited to say. Unless you're
Look,
playing
Seth, if you
Bomberman.
want me to go full on player, I'm gonna tell you like I want to be goblin, I want to be alchemist, I want to have a little rat companion.
Sure, Claire. Pat, pat, pat. Anyway,
Are any of the people gonna stand together and face?
Where's
Just
my dog?
Claire, there
I
are
don't
no
see-
people in this town who can reasonably stand up against a stone giant.
I don't see my doggo anywhere.
Yeah, I know I forgot
Doggo,
someone.
where are you? No, where's your valiant steed?
That's a good question.
Craig just shrugs.
Aha. Why can't I ever put the Craig token over top of the tier token?
What do you mean, like in the center?
I mean, like, well, it doesn't have to be in the center, just on the layer over top of the.
Well, you're not on top of him, right?
As some final preppy stuff, is there anything like I can do or we can do to, like, I don't know, reinforce the town maybe?
Did you know that it takes a while to make fortifications without like a very good spellcaster or a big amount of labor?
And especially without a plan ahead of time.
That's why I figured I would just ask. I knew. I kind of. It's one of those. I knew the answer. Thought, hey.
Well, then we should get ready to fight.
Marvelous.
Right, I'm gonna buy 20 more arrows just to fuck me up.
Bella, don't you have like 60 different arrows?
Well, I can only buy them in bundles 20.
Yeah, but how many arrows do you have?
I have 10 normal, 1 splinter clad, 1 trip, 3 vine, and 18 plus 1. But I
You have
need
enough
more.
arrows, Bella.
More.
Bella, an average archer carried like 12.
Bella's ready for the Battle of Helm's Deep, Zala.
I'm ready.
Everyone puts their big old paw
On Claire.
on the button. As you stay in town for the week and make the necessary preparations, dig in pits, and generally getting yourself set up. What would be an appropriate check? Probably a craft check to see how well you can make a hidden pit.
From who?
From whoever's making that dang pit.
I guess if I'm digging it. Ow, cat! What the fuck?
Cat has said no.
Since I suggested, I'll do an 8 another to bump that up.
Wow, I rolled a 19 on that.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
2.
That is not too bad. And so a pit will be made at some point, somewhere. We'll see if the Stone Giants will pick up on it. Okay, next up is the spike growth section.
I mean, I would be waiting until I could actually see them.
Well, no, it lasts for 9 hours, so.
Yes,
so
but I'm not
when we have some awareness of them, we would do it.
I'm not going to cast it and then, oh, look, they don't appear for 2 days.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. How many of these do you get? You get like 9 of them. You just want to spread them in a line across the place? Because you got a lot of these.
180 square feet, so yeah.
Yeah, so 9 squares.
And 1 square. No, wait.
Just way out in the middle, just to fuck them up. There are traps everywhere, boys.
Essentially, the whole place becomes covered in trap.
Do these cannons work?
No, there are no cannons. They're like old curmudgeon-y ballistae.
Do these ballistae work?
They're ballista. They're those big arrow shooty things.
They shoot gigantic arrows. They're scorpions. Do they work?
No, I know what a ballista is.
Well, if you fix them up, maybe they work.
These
things
are useless against goblins.
I mean, I have craft metalwork. Does that apply to scorpions? Clock swing hammer against it.
Sure, Claire.
I take my little baby hammer.
Claire, craft that shit. You crafted that shit.
That is such a low roll. It actually angers me.
Wait, how many points do you have in your metalwork? Claire, you rolled a 15.
She rolled an 11.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is still like average.
Oh well, I'll take it. do I not destroy the scorpions?
Okay, well, on the plus side, you managed to fix them. This takes up most of your time. The downside of these big ballistas is that it takes 2 full rounds of actions to reload them, but it'll give you a nice opening volley.
Maybe we can have some good old soldiers help us out with those.
Yeah, and I can help back there.
I
'cause
wouldn't
I have
recommend
no
it. Their
range
aim is shit.
I
So,
can work on
A
them.
medium creature attempting to use one of these takes a -4 attack penalty.
I can still try.
A ballista does 3d8 damage plus your level plus your strength modifier and has a 19 to 20 crit range and 120 feet range increment.
So I would definitely aim one.
Yeah, we should
sure.
start with those.
Yeah, it uses. By the way, it uses the strength of whoever wound it up because they're the person who set the bar, as it were.
I kind of get that.
You'll have 4
Well,
shots.
that'll give us a good first round.
Marvelous. Shall we go to the day then? You think you're all done?
That's all I can do.
Handsome.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I still have a potion of I hate Shrek, so I'm ready to go.
If only someone who could make more of
Shrekinator.
those. The day of hating Shrek arrives. Bunch of racists. Let me
Hey,
pull
he
up
asked for it.
the right parts so that I know what's up. It's a fine morning, indeed, when the report comes in that the giants are coming. A dragon was seen flying and roaring through the sky, and several large giants and their magnificent bears are coming your way. And eventually you see their towering heads above some of the smaller tree-line sections. They seem to, however, be biding their time, several 100 feet from the walls, probably waiting for everyone to get into position. Now, I'm just going to ask, are you going to use a 4th level slot to make the river go faster?
Yeah.
Cool. Wink.
Wink.
Exaggerated wink.
Excellent. It is then, however, as you see them at the horizon, waiting, getting ever more impatient as they are required to wait, to sit there, to languish in this long moment, that suddenly, from the tree line, you watch a large boulder, smooth to perfection, and with some identifying marks, which you can tell quite clearly with the speed it travels towards you. Although, I forgot to mention this, you might be wondering why there's some more people here. So, I'm surprised none of you decided to ask about this.
Wait, about what?
I was wondering who Aurelium was.
That's how could you forget?
Wait, didn't it not hear me? I said the little
Wait,
imp thing was
It's my
Yeah.
little imp buddy who ditched us.
Yeah.
Well, they're back, and they're now the high-level caster you should be having all along.
What's
Sort of.
them?
Witches are not quite wizards and sorcerers, but they're close.
I don't even
See my
know
friend
who that
again?
is.
Do you like mind fog?
Not really.
For some reason, their patron gives them pup shape, which literally just turns someone into a little puppy.
Oh, yeah.
A young magical version of itself.
Their baby.
Points
So I
at...
become like a baby magic kitty.
Their baby. Don't bully them,
Hell
please.
yeah, dude.
Did you know that since giants are humanoids, they are affected by healed person? It's really hilarious. Well, Aurelium is still in town, and they're actually high enough level they can cast teleport. So guess who they decided to phone up? They've changed a bit though. The most important thing that's changed about them is that they got a new patron, someone who isn't evil, and they're trying to change their way because hey, people like them and give them treats if they do that.
Yay.
Heck yeah.
Gain a
Aurelium,
bit of
you're
reputation.
Like my buddy.
They gain a bit of reputation as the local town healer, and also the person who puts people to sleep and sometimes turns people into frogs. But that's what you get when you piss someone off who's trying to do their best but still has a temperament of a demon. And Kira's here because they were needed for good.
For good.
It turns out Sarah and Rain Desna decided to rub elbows for a short moment just to get these two to come along. Unfortunately, this also means you have to endure Kira shouting, well, I mean, it could have been a paladin if they just had a bit more beef. They got that
Man, if only I
gumption.
lifted in college.
If only, if only. And then, as I mentioned, on this bright, beautiful morning, a boulder comes flying your way. Now, they're probably going to aim for the towers. So how about we roll high or low? Okay, that's a high, so that's going to go for Torvis and the kitty cat. A boulder comes flying your way. It's about the size of, well, you and friend.
Ooh.
I'm gonna move.
I mean, yeah, Brock, you have the range increment benefit here because this is so far away, you see it coming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like go over here.
You watch as a good section of the place vacates as a result of this map. God, I'm so used to fucking Foundry where you can just double click and you get the sheet. Here you have to shift. Well, lucky for both of you, your armor soaks up the debris and shrapnel. It explodes outwards as the rock impacts. These walls are not up to code for holding a siege attack for long.
All those little sharks.
And
Little shrapnels.
you can see them all the way down here. Welcome to round 1 of the siege, good sirs and good sir madams. Against all orders, they've decided to start throwing their boulders.
Hey, I'm gonna go to Torvis and assist with the shots.
Or taking shots.
I
Yeah.
imagine the Torvis has already spooled up the mechanisms. So, they're 3d8 plus 13 damage if you want to shoot them.
I mean,
You have a -6 to the attack roll, however, because the range is ridiculous. And additionally, there's the part where it's so big and it's kind of difficult to aim precisely.
yeah, they're kind of not
Yeah,
in
they're a little
good
out of our
range.
range.
Well, I mean, it's good to wait by.
Now, you remember that stone giant you fought back in the thing? AC 22 is what you're trying to hit here.
Ah, yeah.
So if you think you can make an AC 22 shot, you can go for it.
With -6, probably not at the moment. Stand strong, fellowship.
Hold.
Well, they're holding as well, because they can throw their rocks here for forever until, you know, they excavate the whole place and then there's no rocks and they're just in the ocean, like like those weird old games where you could just dig straight into the ocean. There's just water there now. Your feet
Yeah,
are
they
wet.
got a nice ring.
What do you press to measure a distance?
There's a special tool for that. These guys are approximately 300 feet away.
Huh?
And they're fine with that.
And they got
Do you already like long range magic, Nada?
Not that long.
he's not as he didn't take Druid sniper.
So, as long as they are very, very far away, like this, and you're not actually hurting them in any meaningful fashion, they're perfectly fine just throwing rocks all day. Which is exactly what they're going to do. Let's roll some initiative, kids.
Oh shoot!
I'm
See,
sorry,
this is why we
Claire,
should've
that you don't like that Siege Warfare fucking sucks.
It really
See,
does.
this is why we should have trapped the rocks.
Oh, dang.
Lucky for you, however, you have an archer who has an aim like a fucking champion. Did I give her? Did she get far shot? Did I give her that as I made her higher level version or not? Nope. Oh well. Wait, did I? 'Cause I don't think that's all the feat she should have at this level, considering she's a fighter too. Well, sure. Let's give her far shot. You know,
Maybe we
boulders.
could taunt them to, you know, come over here.
You know what would also work if you give your archer like 2 seconds to line up a shot.
Yeah.
Toolkit. Oh god, god damn it! I forgot. I hate this. You know, before back when that 5e tools things was still active, I could just look at things and I could make them work. Because then it would automatically tell me who and where, because their hit points would be showing or not. But nope, I live in a terrible, terrible world.
Oh.
America?
I wonder what happened to 5e tools.
They started focusing their entire endeavor on Foundry. They're like, yeah, roll 20 sacks. 5e is the shit. Foundry is the shit. So we're just gonna go over there now.
Lame.
And then they left and never came back. Okay, I gotta roll for the giants who are like, man, they're so far away when you think about it. Living in the Bay-Berkeley paradise. Marvelous. Irelium is first. Irelium does not have a lot of long-range options. I mean, they have, they got fun spells like Baleful Polymorph. But that, you might notice the range is a bit underwhelming there. So, just gonna give you guys a little, like, hey, might want to do something?
We gotta lure him over here somehow.
I just need to get a few hundred feet closer and I can start blasting him.
And that's gonna be difficult for us with whole traps on in front of the gate.
Kitty cat, what do you do?
It's not that much I can do, it's just a sword. Can ask Aurelium, hey, how far can you teleport someone?
Now, if they prepare teleport, which they didn't, they can teleport you, I think, like, they could teleport you like 900 miles.
Okay, that's a bigger number than I was expecting to hear.
Yeah.
If only we had teleport.
Yeah. They didn't think there would be a need for teleport because it's a really high level, like, fuck spell.
Let's see. I'm looking at my gear real quick. Well, I'm not the one who's able to do anything. I have no ranged options for this.
Excellent.
So I just have to wait.
You have to wait for someone else to start taking pot shots. All right, cool. Let's roll a 1d6 and see where this die ends up. Middle section, cool.
Hey,
so 1, 2, 3. This boulder's gonna go straight for Kira. Together with Toolkit. The Toolkit is gonna jump out of the way of this one.
Like a fox should.
Kira becomes painfully aware that there isn't much most conventional types of armors can do when a giant boulder comes flying at you. Torvis. Are you going to use those ballistae or what?
Yeah, you know, we can't do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and... It's probably going to take them a little bit to get over here anyway.
Claire, they're not coming your way at all right now.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna aim my ballistee. What do I roll to fire the ballistee? At the closest one, by the way. Okay, ranged.
Claire, roll. Yeah, just roll me ranged.
Wow.
That's a miss.
That is like the awesome.
If you think, did you know that you start your session with a hero point? You want to use that to reroll, maybe?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna reroll that with hero point. I want this to actually do something. Wait, why isn't it working? There we go.
It's because you're babe Claire. I think that actually hits. It do. No, wait, it's with a -6, so no, it doesn't hit.
Oh,
if
yeah,
I use the hero point, if I use the hero point to add to it, will it hit? Because there's a
off
big
by
waste
1.
of them, but
The armor class is 22, so you need a 28. Yeah.
Doesn't the spiky shooty thing give me a bonus?
Craig, do you just want to sit around with your fingers up your nose while you wait for the one person on this team with any range to do something?
No, I'm going to transform into a bird and fly up in the air closer to them.
Okay, what kind of bird are you turning into, good sir?
A small bird. A tiny
peregrine falcon.
Can you just tell me how much speed you're getting out of this?
I believe it's...
Let me actually look this up. I'll just say you get the maximum out of this. Druid Wild Shape. At 8th level, it's B-Shape 3. How much fly speed can you get out of B-Shape 3? Up to 90 feet of fly speed. You just turn into an air elemental if you want to fly around, my dude. 100 feet, okay. Perfect maneuverability. You can
just turn into an air elemental and I will...
You turn into a gust of wind. You get 100 feet fly speed, but it takes 2 actions to turn, so please keep that in mind when you're moving yourself around.
It takes 2 actions to...
Yeah, it's a standard action to transform, so it's 2 actions.
Okay, so...
Shalelu bemoans the fact that they have the power of Wind Wall, but doesn't really do anything against boulders. They tell you guys, you know, you guys are great in like a melee scrap, but Jesus Christ, you just can't fight anything that's beyond a sword's reach, huh?
2 archers, it's just we can't shoot 900 feet.
Yeah, like, hey, the thing is, they got rocks, and apparently boulders are like a top tier class weapon.
You watch as she hits the guy in front for 15, then hits him in the front for 11. That last one is with minus 12, so that misses. The guy in front, getting hit twice, starts to get a bit antsy in a different way. This guy in back is going to be scrounging around his turn to find a fresh boulder that suits his particular needs. Claire,
he has to see if it's right.
they have to. You unless you're in a mountainous terrain, you have to find a boulder to throw a boulder.
Yeah, you don't typically have big boulders all over the place, Claire.
You don't wake up every morning with a boulder in your hands.
I thought they brought boulders with them. You said.
Yeah.
How many boulders
But
do
it
you
take-
carry?
Claire, they throw big boulders. You can't carry that many big boulders. That's why they usually live in mountains where there are lots of boulders. Anyway, again, their aim is kind of reliant on whatever the wind says. Okay, Tyr, that popper better know how to handle himself a boulder. That's with a -2, by the way. Wow, even without fucking dog soaks a boulder.
Boulder goes to dog. Dog glares.
Boulder
explodes.
Considering the dog has 26 strength, it could feasibly catch a boulder.
Wait, can it catch and throw the boulder back?
I don't think he can throw
He
it
doesn't have
back.
hands, Claire, and his mouth is too small.
I don't know. He's a big fucking dog.
Yeah,
Ezra.
he's a healthy boy.
I forget what's the issue with shooting a composite longbow beyond its range increment.
It's a -2 per range increment. You'll go beyond. So I think there are 2 beyond, so it's a -4.
Okay, so can I study one of them at this range? Because I can see them.
Allow me to just make sure that that's the only requirement for Slayer, because if it's just you need to see them or observe them in some precise fashion. Let's see, it can move. It doesn't mention any distance restrictions, so yes.
Alright.
You can study anyone you want.
Alright, I'm gonna study one. I'm gonna get my longbow. I'm gonna have it activated so it's frosty. Then I'm gonna. Oh, first let me.
By the way, these are not like you hold the bow straight shots. These are you hold the bow at like 45 degrees.
Yup. Wait, so it's -4?
-4, yes. Plus whatever benefits you get, you know. -4 is just for range.
So I'll just be at -2 for this then. And
You know,
that did not hit.
that doesn't do it, Bella. But
Alright.
you can always try again.
Nope, same thing, but worse.
Wow.
Kira is
I mean-
absolutely flabbergasted at you guys.
Look, elf, or not elf, that's some cleric. I'll see you chucking boulders.
Why is
Also,
this
This gif is the wolf.
Bork? Bjork, Broof.
Wait, I
Always
just
the
had a
gods.
thought. Could Craig do that thing from like the labyrinth with the rock summoner, like Odo? Y'all remember the labyrinth movie?
Look, the only thing I remember out of the labyrinth is that really uncomfortable David Bowie crotch bulge.
What are you suggesting? I don't know what you're talking about.
Summoning rocks at them.
I can summon trees, I guess.
Wait, summon.
Anyways, it's Kira's turn.
Sorry.
Hey, baby Claire, you're a weenie. Using some magic gobbledygook, Kira and Illyrium, which really does sound like one of those fancy sci-fi materials, are gonna are gonna merge their divine powers. Because these goons need to get closer. You watch as a shimmering barrier slowly begins to form in the sky in front of you. You don't know why that would make the stone giants any more interested in coming over, but who knows?
Maybe she's fascinating them.
Man, this is like crappy shots, but hey, you know.
And then he crit.
Then he fucking oh, he can't roll twice. He has to reload with an action. But a fucking arrow comes out of nowhere and just hits this guy in the eye. Ah.
So it's like, fuck yeah.
Aurelium is busy maintaining this kitty cat. To the best you can see, the guy in front who got like hit a bunch of times, he got like hit like 4 arrows, is, you know, he thinks it's time to start moving in. You hear this command getting barked, and they pick up their clubs. Is essentially what's going to happen on their turn when it comes around.
Make a rude gesture at them.
I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna stand on the wall and start yelling stuff to irritate them.
So let me just get one thing out.
Hear me, but I can make it annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up perception because I'm not even too sure how hard a small person needs to bark to be heard.
He has to roll for kitten.
Hearing the details of a conversation is a perception DC of 0. The sounds of battle are -10. Literally, the perception is the DC. The number you need to roll is a negative to fail. Let's see. Distance is 1 per 10 feet. So this is like 2. Okay, yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you just fine.
Also, player 23 getting.
This guy picks up his club with one hand, moves in a bit closer, scoops up a big old boulder with his other hand.
What would I roll for annoyance? Bluff?
By the way, I really should be keeping track of how many rounds there are.
Performance, probably.
Can I edit this? I can't edit this on the go. Okay, fucking fine. Round. Add. Round 2. Cool. There we go. Actually, I should do more like this. 0.2. Because that way it doesn't start catching up to toolkit. Alright, kids. You get their attention, and one of them is coming in close. He holds a boulder in one hand and a big old club in another as he rushes up the path. Torvis.
Okay, well...
You got one more ballista on this side you can use if you want to.
Actually, I'm gonna keep that one loaded. I'm gonna load this one. Because by the time it gets here,
two rounds to recharge. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna load the ballista.
What does Craig do? As he's a tiny tuft of wind, floating through the misty sky.
Wait, why am I? Air elemental isn't small, is it?
You can be a medium air elemental if you want to. You're just like a wispy person.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's this guy I have targeted. Yeah, in case you want to mark him.
Come on, game. Anytime you want to stop being slow. Anyway, I'm going to cast... Oh, why is this so slow?
What are you casting, good sir?
I gotta get the name of it. It's volcanic something that covers a 20-foot square.
Oh boy.
I can get all 3 of them in it. There we go. Spells.
Is it volcanic storm? Here we go.
If
volcanic storm is 20-foot cylinder.
Yes, volcanic storm.
20-foot radius cylinder, so it's 40 foot across, 40 foot high. Long range, so you could have been casting this all... Ooh. Alright. By the way, with long range, I think this fucking motherfucker can cast it up to like 800 feet. Like, those spells go far.
Yeah,
okay, who are you casting it on, good sir?
Still 20-foot cylinder, so the 2 in the back there.
The 2 in the back are caught off guard by the fact that suddenly chunks of volcanic rock and ash pound down from the clear skies. Oh, it just does damage. Nice.
It also makes the terrain difficult.
-4 on perception.
Yeah, -4 to perception. To perception skill checks, and the entire area is treated as difficult terrain.
I'm gonna put something on the ground. You can tell me where that ends up.
And no permanent after effects.
And after 9 levels, it fades away.
Well, that's not going to be relevant too much. I need to find a spell template that's like this circle, 20-foot radius. This? No, this is 20 feet. Okay, fucking cool. I hate it. Why do you do this to me, game? Okay, how much is 40 feet? 40 feet is like that much. Okay. This 40 feet?
That's like 45.
That's 40 feet.
God.
And now they are shrouded in a whole bunch of nasty ass ashes.
Or Nashins.
Oh, that was cool.
That's nasty.
Shut up, Zyla. Nobody asked you.
Shillelagh with... I don't think Shillelagh suffers a range penalty anymore now. Nope, still does. So, all shots miss. This giant can't see good. Why would you do this to him?
He's a dick.
Let's see, 40 foot, so this is one action, and this would be the second one, and he already had to pick up his thing. So they pick up their clubs, and this guy moves
It is
over.
difficult terrain, too. I don't know.
Yeah. So it takes them a bit to pull free from that. But they do manage to separate from it. Kira is busy maintaining a thing. Ezra, what do you want to do? You want to help out your friend reload that ballista?
It's this one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, then yeah, I'll just go over here and just help out. Biggity bap bap bap. Kitty bap bap bap.
Toolkit is just happy to be here.
And he got a hit.
Probably. Maybe.
Toolkit looks at Talon awkwardly and smiles.
Can I do this? Because that'd be so good. So if I, like, flick through this thing. Okay, it doesn't... Okay, fine, whatever. It's round 3. Erlium's busy, kitty cat. They're coming in closer, and soon they're going to start picking up speed. Also, have you heard of the dragon? Because its turn has come up to show up. As in that you can see it properly flying through the sky.
Well, hopefully those professional dragon hunters can take care of that.
Although the dragon is not going to be concerned with the wall since, you know...
Fly.
Dragon's in the distance, so don't worry about it. It only has a fly speed of 200 feet.
Don't worry about it. In fact, don't even think it's there.
You're going to get a heart attack soon, so don't worry about it.
Wait, what?
So,
are we just writing the plot in?
Most dragons have frightful presence, and when you're like 100 feet or so of them, you get a big spook. You're like, ah, it's so scary and big and made of fire.
Is that a will save against that?
Yeah, that's not an effect yet, I'll tell you.
Okay.
If you look at it, you can see this giant red bubble. That's the no-no zone.
That is a
Well, hopefully
big
we don't have to
no-no
go to court
zone.
over that one.
Dragons
I'm
are
just
scary.
I'm gonna just have my sword ready for when this guy gets closer and trips one of our traps.
Okay. How about we start rolling to see if traps get triggered, because they're getting close enough that this might be a reasonable thing to happen. So how big did you make these pits anyway? Like, did you cover the whole road, or?
Like that's what I would think, but like we had
gone all the way across the road, yeah.
yeah, we had 2 big ass dogs digging.
Cool. Cool.
That's a lot of dig.
This guy's gonna roll me a nice, sexy slick reflex check. Cool. So what was in this pit again that he's graciously falling into?
Sharp sticks and alchemist fires.
You guys are jerks, you know that. I'm gonna pull up the thing. Sharp sticks and alchemist fire.
Probably oil, because that's an alchemist thing.
We stuffed
Just
the
to
good
keep
stuff.
it burning for a while, you know.
It's a bad pit of badness.
It is. It's a very, very mean pit of meanness. Listen, I just want you to load a fucking tiny-ass token that's the letter T in a square. I'm not asking you for a miracle.
Yeah, is Roll20 being like hyper slow tonight?
There it is. It just likes being shitty with loading things. Anyway, this guy's gonna fall straight into a big hole. All right. Well, he fails his reflex check. So when he lands in there, presumably a whole bunch of explosives go off, and he lands on top of some big spikes. So who wants to roll me the 3d8 for the spikes? You know what? Let me actually look up proper trap damage for your level. There's probably a section here for like traps. Here we go. Traps, hazards, and special terrains. Traps. I want to know what kind of reasonable trap damage you get at level 9.
Let's get down to business.
Elevator traps, gallery of lightning,
Gallery,
hail of arrows.
Imagine if we could have done that.
A shocking floor trap. That's a nice one to go with. Let's see. That's kind of lame, but that just keeps going. That's not what we're looking for here. Here we go. Let's roll a 68 as this guy tumbles with all of his weight into it. Mr. Trap person can do it.
So how much?
68.
68, yes. And then we can see about resolving all that alchemist fire.
Well, I'll do the alchemist fire. Big Wolf Man, you dug it. You roll the damage.
You watch a man fall into your pit.
That's a 68.
And once more, the stone giants curse gravity.
+1. So 16 damage for the spike sticks.
Man, that's a pretty lucky roll. He got in the sparse section of the trap. All right, how many alchemist fire did you stuff in there?
Well, I'm assuming you got as many as they were willing to give us, plus all of mine.
I'll say the town had like 20 lying around still. That you were able to forcefully requisition through purchase.
Plus 2 of mine and probably one of my normal bombs.
You really should go to Alkenstar at some point and maybe see about buying some proper explosives and weapons.
I want that.
Too bad that Alkenstar is like hundreds of miles south.
I mean,
actually, I don't know how far Alkenstar is, but there is a Galarian interactive map, so I can look that up for you.
Maybe I can get teleported there tomorrow.
A couple of days you could probably teleport there, yes.
So, yeah, there's like 22 alchemist fires in there, plus a bomb. And a couple oils.
22. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I want to go from here to over there, good sir. I want to create a new measurement. Create measurements by bulking at the map. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go all the way to Alkenstar over here. Let's see. It's like 2,000 miles from where you are right now, so that's like 3 days of teleporting. Or a week if you go back and forth. If you somehow manage to convince Aurelium to take you there. Anyway, how many alchemist fire was it?
22. Some oil. And
roll me 11d6 as the pit turns into a brief but quite aggressive, just inferno.
Ooh.
Okay, so 41.
The guy in there looks like he's basically burning alive, but his crispy self starts to slowly pull itself out again. Torvis. You know, you're not that evil. Are you? Probably. You've done worse with your weapon.
Wait, what?
There's a giant who's like burning, charred alive, coming out of the fire. Oil is sticking to his melting skin. The smell gets to you quite quickly.
Why? I have a family.
Not for long.
Torvis, what do? The ballista's been reloaded, thanks to your friend.
Hell yeah. Well, he's crawling out of there. So.
He's within the first range increment, by the way, so it's only -4 in attack. He's also prone because he fell down and is slowly crawling out.
Well, wait, doesn't that make him like harder to hit?
Yeah.
I'll hold my action until they get closer.
Craig.
I am going to move a little bit closer so I can cast this spell
Tippy tap.
and cast Ball Lightning. Blap.
Good choice.
Ball
I'm gonna
lightning.
place-
You create 2
I'm gonna-
globes of lightning.
Place 1 globe on each of the 2 stone giants in the back.
How about before we take care of that, I pull up. I think I have exactly what we need for this in terms of animated spell effects. Is it Perfect Spells animated that had this one? Here we go. I'm gonna give you two lightning bolts you can control.
Sweet.
Not shrapnel, notorious. Baby Claire does not get access. Here you go. You can control these as you see fit. They appear somewhere within medium range, and you can move them on your turn. Oh gosh. Let's see. What happens when they bump into someone? If the globe enters another speed's grace, it stops moving and deals, okay, reflex save negate the damage. Creatures wearing metal armor take a -4. Okay, well, their reflex checks are terrible. They've got a 6. The first guy gets electrocuted. The other guy, well, I guess he was moving a little too fast for that.
So we got natural 1, natural 20.
Chilelu doesn't care that this motherfucker is prone on the ground. She's making sure that numbers go down. Numbers go down. As it gets hit for exactly 16 and is now unconscious. And then burns to death.
He's unconscious and falls back on the spikes.
Dang, that was messed up. I give the cat a big thumbs up for a very well designed torturous trap for a monster.
They're getting in closer, and they move fast. This guy's like, ah, da 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 chua, ha ha.
Oh God, he speaks Huttese.
He thinks he's people.
Ezra, they're coming in closer.
Alright, well, I gotta study a new target.
By the way, didn't you hold your fire, Torvis?
Yeah.
You want to use it?
Yeah, I'll take the shot on the closer one. Kapow!
That hits.
Yeah!
Nice.
That's 3d8 plus 13.
Alright, plus 13.
Can you people roll d8s properly for once?
Can we roll that if we use a hero point?
Sure, I'll let them try.
I'm gonna be nice. I'll give Claire my hero point.
Here you go, Claire. Have fun.
These ones, dude. But
Well,
yeah,
this you got 7 higher.
Mm-hmm. There's a dragon. Da da da. He moves really fast. La la.
Turn.
There's a dragon. La la la.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you skip mine and Kira's turn.
Hey.
Yeah, because that was Claire's reaction.
Yeah. What about you, Ezra?
wait.
Go ahead. Shoot. Shoot.
Alright.
The dragon isn't here yet, but you can shoot.
Yeah. I'm gonna study this guy. Move
Okay.
to the right, and then I'm gonna. That'll leave me at a 0 attack because he's only after the first one. And biggity bop bop bam.
-4. That hits.
Well,
Oh no, wait! You're
no,
using your longbow. I thought you were using the ballista. Okay, in that case, you just hit.
Yeah.
For 16. Ow! They begin to
Then,
realize the folly of their ways.
I'm gonna try another one. Desperate maneuver.
Still hits. For 20.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Eat it.
Longtooth appears right on top of you. That's his name, by the way. Longtooth. So, I'm gonna be polite about this. Can, let's say, Kira and everyone right of them roll me that frightening presence save. It's a DC 18 will.
Oh, good thing I got, like, save against bonus against fear.
Yeah, I think that Nif hit me up.
Yes!
Exactly, Claire.
Actually, it's +1 because bravery against fear.
Do I
Wait,
have
and
it?
Bell, +2 to non-study target.
Shalelu has a +1 against fear, because they're also a fighter.
So everybody got past it.
Let's see if your Aurelian friend makes it, though. They've got a 12. Nope. They're actually kind of spooked to this thing that's several times their size and is surrounded in a wreath of flame.
Fatality.
ability. Too bad you can't polymorph. Wait, you can polymorph a dragon. Well, that's something to try, isn't it?
Wait, turn
Use
into
it, kitten.
a puppy. Puppy it.
Toolkit is actually just kind of looking at the situation, and then suddenly everyone gets a psychic message. Which is to say that Toolkit receives a sending message and it's like beep beep beep, modeming it through to everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Giants have been spotted at Tanner's Bridge, which is to be precise, they've walked into the water and then they got kind of washed away, but they're persisting. They're probably going to climb out near the mill pond. It is now round 4. Aurelium's like, there is really no better time to use Baleful Polymorph.
Imagine.
Wait, no, I forgot. I thought it was Will. It's Fort, and dragons have fucking hell for Fort. Do people want to try DC 19 versus a plus 13 save?
I mean, get one.
Wait, I got a better one. Fucking Baby Blaster.
Baby Blaster.
They're gonna fly up a little closer, and also out of the way of any obvious fire breath, and then they shoot him with this temporary negative level beam. They're not immune to that one. Let's see. Jesus Christ, 3 negative levels. That's a big pain. And they'll get it back after 9 hours.
Freaking mega baby blast.
The dragon is suddenly drained of their power. As indeed a tiny fucking baby blast.
Pew pew.
To be fair, this is like a tiny creature shooting a tiny ass little beam.
I am fire. I am. Oh god, I'm kind of tired.
Let me actually double check and make sure dragons are not immune to negative levels, but for now it's kind of funny. Anyway, what do you want to do? Kitty cat.
Let's see.
Dragon looks like they're about to start strafing this whole thing to shit.
How high up is the dragon?
How high can you jump? Because it's like 30, 40 feet up.
Okay, so counting my sword and using Daring Do, I have a minimum of 28 acrobatics.
Very handsome. Let me see.
Minimum. I can jack that up. Possibly.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast right now, though.
Okay.
Okay, can I? So here's the thing. Can I spin the scorpion in its direction and just fire
it? If you're
it?
over there, Claire, and you have that energy shield, do you have that active? Would you have that active?
Well, everyone was away, so probably not, but...
I mean...
Because I was going to see if I could use you as a platform to throw me at the dragon.
Oh, I mean, maybe, but I'm just wondering, can we, like, spin that scorpion around with one of my actions and, like, fire it at Longtooth? Because, like, at this range...
The one that you're at. Shoot. That you fired.
Where's the other one again?
The other one is next to Bella.
Bella,
and there's two on my side.
I'll spin that baby around and just point blank fire a goddamn scorpion arbalest stingy hurt at it. This is a good idea. You being that close to that dragon? I mean, it has -3 levels.
So should I go for the dragon or should I go for the other giants?
Well, we need to take care of the giants, but
I mean,
the dragon's literally right like on the wall, basically. Also, Craig has been kind of effing with the giants, so
yeah, which is good for holding them back at least.
Yes, I think the dragon is, since he's literally right there.
I am about to take off though.
Plus, yeah.
Like I have to go deal with the ones that are forded the river.
Yeah, that's what I was asking if I should go handle.
Well, you could always jump on the wolf and the wolf can follow.
It's either that or I go and launch myself into the air to start stabbing this dragon.
I don't think that's a good idea. We have dragon slayers.
Yeah, but they sure don't seem to be here.
He does have the baby blast. Baby blast. That's Krillin's signature move from Dragon Ball Z Fighter's Super Diaper Blast.
Thank you, Donkey. Also, I think dragons are chaotic. Oh, my sword does damage to chaotic.
You just really want to fight this dragon.
I want to fight this dragon.
I'm just saying Bella should like video game style cool cutscene, spin that Arbalest around and just fire it.
Where's my Dragonator?
Yeah, it's like the dang it. Nah, I would have took too long. It's like we just built a freaking Dragonator. That would have been so awesome.
Also,
baby back.
Very well. Yay.
So what did you want to do?
So how hard would it be for me to use my sword to throw myself up there?
So we talked about this before, Zala. The DC to jump 40 feet high. Now, I'm just being a little bit arrogant here, but I think that's like 160. The DC. It's 4 per foot. Of course, you don't have to jump the full 40 since you're a couple of feet tall and you can probably spread your arms. So we're gonna be generous and say you can cut 10 foot off. You still need 120. Can you make a DC 120 acrobatics check?
Well, I'm pogo sticking though. I'm like shooting myself up.
Yeah, that's what the plus 10 is. Like there are boots. There are boots for jumping. There are magic boots for jumping. There are boots that let you fly. There's a limit to what your physical body can handle, dude.
Can I grapple hook it?
Do you have a grapple hook, and do you think you can make a 40 foot toss?
I've had a grapple hook this entire campaign.
Well, okay then. roll me your ranged your throw check, I guess. Probably with like a -4 to your range increment because grappling hooks are not made for this. Well, they're not made to be thrown this far against moving targets. Dragon says no.
Damn it, grapple hook.
This guy's fucking dead. Hey, Torvis, what do you want to do?
All right. Well, this is awkward.
It's gonna be very awkward when you're all toasty.
I don't want to be toasty. Can I move the scorpion that Bella's at? The Arbalest or whatever. I don't remember what they're called. Scorpion's the one that moves around. Yeah, the ballista. Can I move the ballista in the direction of the dragon and fire it?
Hey, Claire, you just fired it.
There's 2 of them over there, though.
Yeah, and oh yeah, there's one other one. Sure, you can turn it and shoot long to frighten the gut if you think you can make it. Let me just double check and make sure negative levels impact the important bit, which is his AC.
Yeah, I don't know what the negative level.
If you give me like 5 seconds, I can tell you exactly what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got baby blasted, so I mean, this might be the time.
Energy drain at negative levels. Here we go. A cumulative -1 penalty to all ability checks, attack rolls, combat maneuver checks, combat maneuver defense, saving throws, and skill checks does not affect armor class. It does, however, reduce their hit points by 5 for every negative level. So you're still aiming at an AC 29 creature.
Holy crap.
Dragons, boy, you don't want to hit them with normal attacks, you want touch AC. Because that one's 10. Why do you think you can make plate mail out of dragon scale? It's not because they're flimsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my bow out and aim one of them +1 sexy arrows at it.
Oh, please go ahead.
It's still an AC 29.
Yeah.
I have a +13 bow.
Shoot,
okay,
baby T. Claire.
I mean, you know.
Hey, how about you stop talking and you should get shooting?
Pew.
Sad. Craig.
I am going to veer off, and me and Doggo are going to run towards the new stone giants that are coming in across the river.
All right, Tyr and Craig are going off the map. Going to intercept. Cool. We're going to get to that part soon. Don't worry.
Okay.
This section, when it's done, it's done.
Just remember that when the dragon strafes the bridge, we're not on the bridge anymore.
Shillelagh notices that the giants are losing a bit of their temper. They are indeed inexperienced. That's why they attacked so early and so generously, which means that they are showing their backs real nicely. That is all hits. So that's a 10, plus 11, plus another 14. The big guy, who was doing fine until a moment ago, is suddenly, They kind of move closer to each other. And then the two of them quickly take out one of those big wooden spikes and huck them at you as a goodbye message before they start turning tail and running away. All right, which one of you deserves it? Well, probably Shillelagh. Shillelagh, you deserve this. You get 2 of them.
Oof.
Oh, Shillelagh, no.
Shillelagh's armor class is 24, as 2 rocks explode near them. Luckily, they have 103 hit points, because guess who's a tough nugget? As they duck aside, and a large portion of their area is sort of mangled by big, spiky logs that have been cut. Ezra, you are seconds away from a dragon giving you the old toasty.
How high up is it?
30 to 40 feet.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna... I'll study it, so I'll get the +2. Then I'm just gonna... Biggity bam.
Ha ha ha.
Did nothing.
I am Archer the Laughing Fox. I can't stand that little baby's laugh. Kira sees a dragon trying to do one of those hacky sacks.
I was gonna use my 30 feet to run up.
Okay.
Down.
You hunker down in one of the structures on the tower. Kira realizes that a bunch of people are standing here and are about to get haggity scorched. Shillelagh should have jumped down, but they're like, nah, don't worry about me.
This is fine.
Kira's fine. Luckily, you have with you a cleric, who probably... God damn it, I didn't put it on here, but they probably prepared like those resist spells. Which one would be the better one? Resist energy or absorb energy? Because they're gonna throw that one out there and make sure everyone here doesn't get completely annihilated by a big old blast of fire. Okay, they can touch. It's 2 actions to cast. How much does it absorb? It is reduced by 10, increases to 20 at 7, so it's 20. Is 20 enough? Absorbs 20 HP per cast, level 2 discharged. No communal? No, they can't cast communal because it's 5th. Okay. They're going to throw a sexy old resist energy communal on Toolkit, Kira, and Kitty Cat themselves and Shillelagh, giving everyone like a 10-minute interval of 20 resistance to fire. And then...
I feel less flammable.
This thing comes in and uses some of that sexy speed and torches the place.
Oof.
The giants are briefly reinvigorated by the sight of big ouch. Oh, excuse me. 33 damage. DC saved half is 21. Resistances?
Check, I'm guessing.
Yes. A 40-foot cone of immense, intense heat briefly bathes the area. Even the rock seems to catch fire under its intensity.
God dang Charizard. Also,
Tarvis, you are also affected by this.
Oh. Okay.
It's a 40-foot cone. It's pretty wide.
Right, I got hit with 33 damage, apparently. Oh, wait, no, it was minus 20, isn't it?
Yeah, if only you were, like, closer to your friends, but you were busy using that cool ballista. After this fun strafing run, you noticed Longtooth sort of veering off and going to set fire to the town with more combustible buildings. You can still take a pot shot if you want on their leaving, but... Okay, so Shillelagh takes the full minus 10. 20 is 13. Toolkit also fails, so he also takes... Wait, no! Don't DC... No, that's the next version where DCs also get affected by stuff like this. Wah, wah.
I challenge you to a duel, dragon.
Oh my god, Zyla.
Oh god.
The dragon stops and then turns around.
You call
I'd
that
do
a fire spell, you pussy?
I'd fucking dodged and absorbed that shit. You didn't even singe me, biatch.
That was a pretty gay cone of flames, if you ask me.
God, I do bigger than that when I go to Taco Bell.
Whatever that is.
I invented that.
Toolkit is gonna throw a little bit of healing at the local resident cleric, who's been eating shit almost consistently, and also at the one person who's been contributing a lot lately, which is Shalelu. So
Well, I mean, and the druid bee's gone.
They're gonna throw like 21 healing, and they're gonna give like 50 into one of them and 6 to the other. That's all they do for now. It is now round 5. Let me double check the map. In fact, we're gonna go to the map in a moment. Oh god dang it. 0.5. Bop. Aurelium. Oh boy. Oh boy, you're not getting out of here that easily. They shake their fist as they fly after. And they're gonna give it a go. Because it's enfeebled. It only has a +10 modifier.
You can fuck this up.
Why don't you just turn into a bunny? And it rolled 25.
God dang it.
Can we force it to reroll with a hero point?
You know what? Fine. If someone here has a hero point left and they're feeling
I have
cocky,
the hero point.
go ahead, Bella. Let's see. You rolled a 15 minus. Oh yeah, that does it in. He turns into a bunny.
While in the air.
Yeah.
Which probably.
I'm gonna look up and make sure that this spell works the way I think it does, because sometimes these things have like restrictions on hit dice and all that kind of stuff, and I want to make sure.
I want the
that it
giant
works.
to see. I want to revel.
It gets a +4 on the save though, because it is in a situation where being a bunny would kill it, since it would fall all the way down and explode. It must also make a will save. If it fails, it loses all special abilities, loses ability to cast spell, and gains the alignment special intelligence of the creature it turns into.
Wait, it literally just turns into a bunny.
Like, yeah, welcome to first edition spellcasters, motherfucker.
Yeah, this used to be old versions of this in like 2nd edition, Claire. Didn't have protection if you were in a place where you would die from being this animal.
Hey,
so
cat.
The most overused spell was I turn you into a fish.
Cat, I'm gonna eat the rabbit.
No, fuck you. I'm the cat.
I call dibs. I'm gonna consume this.
If you can, I'll race you.
You watch.
Old lady.
Well, there are no restrictions in place. To best I understand, they're just now a bunny, and fall to the ground and splat.
They lost their powers too.
Well, they lose their power to fly at the very least.
Okay, I guess that is all they needed.
Did we just kill the dragon with
There was no we. This was a solo for Aurelium.
I mean...
So, about those wizards you might want to have. Have I pled the case yet?
This is why I've wanted Aurelium to show back up, because she was like my buddy. I was hoping to talk her into joining us.
All right, kitty cat. The stone giants are like, yeah, no.
Our dragon just turned into a bunny. Fuck.
No. So, do you want to append anything to that? Because we're going to we're moving to the Sandpoint attack screen.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with them.
Marvelous. However, they're not really the situation as we... Oh, God damn it. This fucking thing has the lighting thing on, doesn't it? Why is this the default, Roll20? I don't need lighting on a map. That's a physical map. Anyway, you guys are over here-ish. At, like, yonder gate. And your friend recently peeled off. Whoops. You're over here-ish. The attack's over here-ish. It would be for him, well, since he can fly, he's just like there in like a round or two when they arrive on the land. However, whereas before you had the advantage of a heads-up start, here the giants actually have decent cover and can avoid being just picked off by range, which means they can get in clubbing distance. Though, swashbuckler. This is, by the way, what the giants are doing. This is what Longtooth would have done.
Yeah, but he's a bunny-shaped splat on the ground.
By the way, those dragon... Did we tell the dragon slayers that
they're not getting paid?
Yeah.
I just need to make sure dragons aren't immune to this stuff, because, it'd be kind of stupid if that was...
the warrior's face just be like, "Oh."
As far as I know,
Why are
dragons
they-
are immune to like sleep and fire.
Yeah, why are they immune to sleep and paralysis, but they're not immune to like the thing that matters most? Also, doesn't even have spell resistance yet. He's too young for that, which would have helped a lot. But this is why you hire
How
professionals.
young was he?
I think he was a juvenile, like CR11.
Oh, okay.
Spell resistance kicks in at young adult.
I mean, this is still pretty awesome in a kind of.
And
funny
if he
way.
was a young adult, he would have had like 22 spell resistance. Would have been pretty tough. So yeah, this is more a shortcoming of the dragon they hired than a shortcoming of dragons in general. It's just like you don't send a young whippersnapper at age 17 who hasn't actually been in a fight yet to do a real fight.
I feel sorry for the Giants who have to report back to their boss on this one.
Then it turned into a bunny and
And
fell.
then it fell.
Man, Druid, you're gonna be sad you missed that shit.
Anyway, everyone can arrive there. By the way, let's actually see who's at Tanner's Bridge. What giants are over at Yonder Bridge, being yonderly. Chaos at Tanner's Bridge is what this encounter is called. It's 2 stone giants and 3 dire bears. They arrive indeed at the mill pond. So I got a question for our flying man who sees them and presumably follows them. What do you do?
I am going to cast.
Like, you and your wolf don't get any attention until you make it.
Like, first, I'm up in the air, like out of range of, say, clubs or dire bears.
Not out of range of boulders, though, but good enough.
Yes, but that's fine. I am going to cast Bat.
Okay, now
On one of the giants.
Now, first and foremost, I'm going to pull out some tokens so that we can represent these fine gentlemen. I don't want it to be in the jam layer. You know what's really sad is that the whole map has like this section that's like Long Two's flight as he goes through the area.
Well, that didn't happen.
Look,
You guys are a bunch of bull. God damn it! I put them on a map layer.
I'm trying to think of like the perfect song.
I can't
As he,
believe they all
like,
fucking died. A bunch of
So-
losers.
This does affect how I feel about how that bunny dragon died. Did he succeed the will save?
Yes.
Okay, I feel better.
Wait, you would have felt bad if he was like the
If
mind
he turned
of, like,
into a bunny that had no idea what the hell was going on, just all of a sudden he's just like a bunny.
That
Well,
does
he'd be
feel
like
kinda
the
bad.
whale from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh god, not
Whoa.
again.
Hello, ground.
All right. So let's see. Call lightning. You get like 2 rounds of that, I guess, because that's like long range. You could cast that when you start seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you'll get 3 rounds of that. All right. Who of these fine gentlemen do you want to pummel?
This iron this stone giant.
This stone giant. This one guy. Fuck this one guy in particular.
Yeah.
That's 3 reflex saves, and he gets zippity zapped twice for full. Is it reflex? Okay, reflex for half. So that's like 38, and then he gets zapped for another 9. Ow. By the time he comes out of the water, he's nice and toasty. At that point, your friends arrive
take
together
extra-
with their
Do
mounts.
they take extra damage because they're in water, getting struck by electricity?
Let's see. I think these spells do usually get a bit more beefy at that point. You know what? You can roll me 5d10 3 times. Oh, well, just once actually. And if it's higher, I'll take the higher amount.
5d10.
Just d10. 5d10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an upgraded version of the d6. Okay, so that's it's an extra 10 damage. Actually, an extra 12. So yeah, he gets really good zapped. He loses half his hit points before he's out of the water. However, then him and his dire bear start working on the buildings, trying to tear people out. It is now turn number... I'll say number 5, I said. Number 5 when you arrive. At this point, everyone arrives, although Aurelium and Kira and those guys are going to be busy elsewhere. They're going to try to keep everything clear. You guys focus on where the loudest screaming happens.
New initiative?
No, we're
Okay.
keeping it.
It's not there.
I just don't see mine. Yeah.
Dang it.
Oh yeah, because these are all tokens from the old place. Yeah, sure. Roll me some new initiative. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay, this is a fight where we can do things.
I was doing things all along.
We're going to do a theater of the mind.
I'm gonna be screaming at them with my fear spell though, because I remember I have that still.
That's new.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, maybe freaking use it. Maybe to declare.
Yeah, fear them and then kill them while they're afraid.
Part where I start just
You
beating
heartless
Claire
bitch.
up. Bam.
Look,
What?
you know what I'm about.
Shark bait.
That's true. Yes. Also, I timestamp the song that plays.
Baby, baby. Claire, Claire, Claire. You know, it's moments like this where I actually kind of start to appreciate the things that, like, a lot of people who start playing Pathfinder 2 are like, man, spellcasters suck. And it's like, yes, they do, but your spells are amazing if you don't use them just to hurt things. And people are like, wah, wah, I'm a baby. If I can't do 1,000 damage in one turn, I'm a baby. And then the fighter goes, I do 1,000 damage in one turn because my stats are ridiculous now. Do you have any idea how many crits I get every turn? I get 3 of them. I do so much damage I could fell a giant. And it's true. Because they probably do like at least... So let's say 46 on an attack because they got a major striking. So that'd be like... that's 20-46. And then they have probably 6 strength and an extra from specialization. So that's an extra 60 damage on top. Fighters suck if they hit hard. They're good. They're so good at just fucking someone up real good. Anyway, Stone Giant's turn. As you arrive, as everyone does in TV shows where they're this whole gang and they all stop and they have 1 foot forward, like, ugh. You know what I mean.
Oh, I gotta put my piece in so we're in the line. We have to be like
you have to be in perfect cone line.
Yeah, we're in the
so that when the storm lightning comes, you all fall down.
What is it? We're in the trailer fuel pose.
The Boondock Saints pose.
Like I'm flying up over here somewhere.
Yeah, you're like up there in the air.
I don't want to live without your love. Why do you like this, babe? Oh, god dang it. I don't like this. Long tooth path, get out of here. Here, just go to the map layer.
Once upon a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart.
Okay, if I hear that one more time, baby T. Claire, I'm picking you up. In fact, how about since I don't know, you're standing in a small alleyway, you're standing in this one in particular, or like I don't fucking know, somewhere around there.
It would look really awesome.
You watch a stone giant grab a person out of a house and he drops them, and they go, "Eh, I'm a baby. I'm a commoner, and I just got dropped from a building. I'm so hurt." And then he sees you and he goes, canned treats, and start charging towards you. And then once he gets in close enough, you see his great club swinging right for you.
Okay, well, that effing hits.
Big oof.
Torvis, you can immediately retaliate.
Right. Okay. Are these guys in front of us?
No. Yeah, the part token is just where you are. This is sort of the setup as is.
Can I fear them in front range? What was the fear range?
Kill the guy that's hitting you.
How about you?
Well,
How about you worry about the fear once they've all moved real close and gotten cozy with you?
Okay, well that really hurt. My brain just like completely shut off. Oh wait, I know what to do now. All right, I'm gonna do the feat I got. Where is it? I'm gonna use a devastating assault on him.
Here we go. As a full round action, aka your whole turn, you can bat aside all your. Oh yeah, you make attack after attack after attack, and you only take the big one.
Yes. But if more than one hits, it's gonna get real. So let's do this. Wow.
You have 3 more attacks, baby Claire.
That hits.
1.
That hits.
That's 2.
That also hits. Okay, so you hit twice. So they have
So
to
I
make
hit
a fort
twice.
save. The fort save is 10 plus half your BAB plus your strength modifier. What is that number, Claire?
My BAB is 9 and my strength modifier is.
Don't matter. They are not easily impressed, but they are very, very hurt. So, we'll take the highest damage, which is the 14. Or 15, actually. The highest hit damage. No criticals, though.
I tried.
Too bad, so sad.
Yes.
But hey, who cares? You hit him for 14.
Yeah, it's a really cool ability, though. That's my full round.
The other stone giant in the back. Well, you know what? I mean, he was going to throw a rock at Craig, but then he sees all these tiny little treats, and he sees like a little fox who looks nice and tasty, and a little cat looks also nice and tasty, and just goes, yummy.
It's the goddamn Attack on Titan.
He can't eat the people inside the building, but he can eat you. And so he throws his big old meaty hand right at Toolkit.
Shit.
Thank God that's probably not a critical.
Let's take a look-see. Toolkit's armor class is 20.
Okay.
Whee! Goes down to 8 hit points.
Alone.
Then they're going to firmly grasp Toolkit. Toolkit is now firmly grasped.
I'm gonna kill him.
You know how those fucking squeaky toy noise characters make when they're grabbing the cartoon?
Oh
like,
God, he's Goku.
He's got your fox, dude. Ezra, they've got your fox.
I'm gonna move, so I'm flanking. Bam.
You dodge between them. They seem too busy with their individual prey. Stone giants, not smart.
Then I'm gonna hit him with the bam. Ooh, look at that. And I'll make
Christ.
that vital.
You fucking lash his ankles out from under him.
Bam.
He's down to 9.
But I think if I make it vital, it's only 1 attack.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Also, you moved. A dire bear. One of the dire bears moves into action right behind you, Ezra. In fact, since you're the closest target, they're all probably going to jump right on top of you.
Yeah, I was
I kind of
curious.
saw that part coming.
Yeah.
So, Ezra,
Well,
that's a 23 and a 21.
They both hit.
And they get free grab attempts. Grasp firmly. By the way, bears have a +4 to grapple, so...
What was that, 22 damage to me?
No, that's just to be grabbed.
Yeah, 22 damage in total.
Okay.
And then they fail to grab you. Craig, what do you do up there?
I'm gonna smack this one with another Call Lightning.
The poor, already deep-fried man is going to get the big ol' willies.
Well, if this hits, it kills him. Nope.
Ha 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 ha. Kitty cat.
And I'm not done yet.
Oh, you have one
Is
more
that-
action, yes.
That's just a standard. So the wolf is gonna come over here.
The wolf charges in heroically. By the way, these bears are like still out of combat. Tyr charges on the legs of the stone giant, who's going to take that attack of opportunity because he likes Big Wolf.
But he can like, he's got speed. He could get around.
Yeah,
Oh no,
too
he's
fast.
got- Go ahead, you're gonna miss.
Okay, now Tyr is behind there with Ezra. What does he do?
He gives a jump
To the burr or to the...
to the giant.
Bites him right in the ass and he goes down.
Second attack shouldn't be there, but yeah.
Doesn't matter. He trips him and just drags him down, and on the way down, he cracks his head open on the floor.
Jesus.
You know, I was going to kill that one.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
I
it was-
smacked him like 8 times. Now, so
It was Kitty Cat turn. Kitty Cat.
Yep, my turn. Okay, I guess I'm going to go help with this one. I think coming up here puts it in flanking.
Sure. You're surrounding this big guy on the ankles.
Okay. And explode.
Ow. That hurts a little bit.
Okay. Are they chaotic?
Are stone giants chaotic? They're actually neutral good. That can't be right.
What?
Hey, I relate to these guys.
These guys can't be neutral good. They're fucking stone giants attacking a city to kidnap people and take them as prisoners and food.
we should be friends.
I must have read
I
this
wanna
wrong.
be friends.
Maybe I mistook it. They're usually neutral, so we're gonna go with these guys being neutral evil. Why does this one say neutral good though? They're not the good guys of the story.
Maybe he's the good one.
Anyway, they're not chaotic.
Maybe weird.
Okay. And how does the fire effect on my sword work?
Well, what fire effect do you have?
Flame burst.
Well, then it always does the flaming thing, which I think is an extra 1d5, 1d6 fire damage.
Looking at. Flaming burst deals 1d10 on a critical. Yeah, functions as flaming, so it is 1d6. 5.
There are bears.
And then I'm gonna go for my other action, which is another stab.
Handsome.
And
misses.
not hit.
A bunch of bears jump on. Well, first one goes for Ezra.
Oh, one of those hits.
Ezra, what's your CMD? CMD?
Like 27.
Then you are now firmly grasped by Bear Claw.
Oh, shit.
The other bear goes for the wolf. It too wants to firmly grasp the wolf. That's a double crit.
Holy crap.
And I'm pretty sure they just firmly grasped this wolf. They
How much
did.
did they go for?
The wolf is firmly grasped and also takes 10 plus 31, so that's 31 total. The stone giant looks away from Torvis, having been shanked in the ankle. Torvis hit him hard, but this little kitty cat he just goes stomp, stomp, stomp. He stomps once, but these attack will hit kitty cat and then Ezra. So this one's for kitty cat, this one's for Ezra.
He misses me, but I'm gonna go for my attempt on the counter.
Dun 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 dun. Wah, wah, wah. That's parry. You have to spend your immediate action to respond with a proper attack.
I'm now going to do my attack with the proper response.
There you go. No, you don't have to roll again. It's just that you don't get the damage unless you spend an immediate action.
Alright, I got it.
Torvis.
And 1d6 of fire.
Torvis!
Okay, can I slide over here to cone them, like all four of them here?
Yeah, sure.
With the fear? Alright.
How big is the cone? Like 30 feet, probably?
Let me check, actually. I haven't used this in a while, but... it is... You know, it never actually said, did it?
Because it references another spell, Baby Claire.
Right.
Fear is a 30-foot cone burst. So you can hit... Yeah, you can hit 3 of them. You rattle your chains at them, creating an eerie cacophony. While your outlaws are used to it, they are not, for they are in the heart of it.
So that's,
What's your DC, Claire?
it's DC 10 plus half my Master of Chains level plus Charisma modifier, so... okay, that's a lot. That's a mouthful. So that would be 2 plus 10 plus... 1.
Well, the stone giant is not very much impressed, but one of the bears is absolutely terrified of this.
Well, that barely worked.
Now, the funny thing about fear that I think you keep forgetting, and this is why I keep wanting to smack you in the head for not using it, is even if they succeed, they're still shaken for a round.
Yeah, they're all yeah, they are all shaken. Isn't there a third bear that has to roll?
Here's the screaming guy. Here's the screaming guy. Here's the screaming guy. And this guy gets a far worse one, which we're just going to make like... How about we go with Sweet Droops? This guy's got the Sweet Droops. This guy's dead. Ezra.
Yeah, I'm grappled. So, it's 1 action to break free? Or 2?
It's an action. It's escape action. Use acrobatics, CMB, or just an attack roll to try and break out of here.
We do CMB?
The DC is 26. Like I said, you can make an attack roll, use your CMB, or use acrobatics.
I'll use an attack roll, Bella.
Yeah, attack roll would be higher, so...
Then just roll an attack roll then.
Yeah.
You bonk him on the snoot. It doesn't do any damage, but you manage to break him out by threatening him with your big sword.
Alright, then like do my third action as an attack? Or would that be my first?
This is your first action.
Alright. then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feint him with a -4 because he's an animal. So
What do
it's
you?
only a 20.
Okay, feint DC is opponent's base attack bonus, which is 7 plus wisdom modifier, or which is 1. So that's 18 plus 4. Okay, still make it.
Yeah.
Fucking get him.
Then I got a sneak attack bonus. Bam.
A dire bear has an armor class of 18. 31. Kabam! Krieg!
And then Vital. Oh, only 2. Bad
Craig.
Yeah. I'm going to hit the dire bear that's attacking my puppo with Call Lightning Brat. Come on. I roll so fucking shitty, like, all the time. And then the dog is going to attack the one that's attacking it.
Goes right for the face, huh? Hits for 9.
Plus trip.
Despite the fact that the bear has CMD 30 against being tripped, it gets tripped, releasing the wolf in a sort of judo animal. Who knows what's happening?
How do I get rid of that second attack?
I'll take care of that for you in a minute. How about you roll me an attack again? Since, you know.
Also, I think this one doesn't have his dex bonus. Or it's flat-footed. One or the other.
There. You should now only roll 1 attack.
Cool.
And you roll a crit.
This bear is shaken. He's spooked and scared. Gives him a -2 in everything he does in life.
It doesn't want to be here no more.
You know what? How about Ezra? You'll look scary.
Second hit.
The fear backfires. They go right for Ezra.
Well, no, that's a successful fear, Claire. Just means not for you.
Kitty cat, what do you do? Just
How mad
bears
is this
everywhere.
guy looking?
Quarter of whatever he had at maximum.
Well, I can stab him first.
Sure, it's what they all say.
He's shaken.
24. He's down to 2.
Okay, so this could kill him.
That does it. With a loud
And then,
gasp, you watch his body slam into the ground next to Torvis, taking down with him several crates and supplies that are in this alleyway.
And then I'm going to use my -5 and -10 on the bear that is right here.
Bear. Well, he's panicked. I need to look up what panic does to someone's armor class, if anything. But just drop everything it's holding, and it takes a -2. It does not attack. It takes total defense action to combat. Well, that first one hits for a nice cozy 28, and then you hit him for 43, and it's dead.
No, remember? 33 for the first one. And then the critical one, because it's a flaming burst weapon.
And then he really
It explodes in fire, yes.
Yeah, so that's an additional 1d10.
And you start a fire that burns down the town.
So that's 3 damage to him, and I think the bear next to him. Possibly Ezra.
Well, the burst is not that bursty.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you would explode yourself all the time.
Oh, that's also in addition to the normal one.
You already rolled the normal one up there, Buckaroo.
No, that's for the first hit.
It's already dead.
He's dead, Zyla.
This bear disintegrated.
Yeah, it died in fear, too, so wow.
This bear spends a little bit of an action getting up, which means the tier can take attack of opportunity if he wants to. Drag that bear right down again. Well, he doesn't drag the bear back down again, but it does inflict 16 damage. Ouch. The bear, however, is not enough. It sort of revs itself up and throws itself at him, hoping that a little extra weight will let it get through that thick, blessed hide. Torvis. Only a few bears left.
Alright, well. I'm going to slide on over. 1 space away from it. Because I have reach. And I'm gonna strike this bear with my chain.
Why are you bullying all these bears, Claire? What do you have against them?
And if it was shaken or feared, it is now sickened if with my hit.
Well, it's no longer spooked and scared. So.
Oh. Whap it again.
Let's take a look. See, it's 16, and then for another 16. The bears, without their commanders, look like they're gonna scooch out of here.
Alright,
Dire bear's probably worth some money. Get him.
Wait, what
Okay.
alignment are the bears?
The bears are animals. They're neutral.
might hit him with that -4 bluff.
It
Why are
doesn't.
you? Why are you?
It doesn't do it. No, it's 20. It's 7 plus 1 plus 4 is 18. Okay. So it's 22 total you need to hit.
Like you're bluffing animals. Just
Animals
strike
that
them.
are running.
Yeah, well,
2 actions
mean-
left, Bella.
They're bears.
fine. I'll just get big and just be like, "Rah!"
You kick him in the butt and go, get out of here! Get! Go eat some goblins.
I can't
Bring me
believe
the
you,
ears.
baby Claire, would tell bears and goblins.
Actually, fine. I'll just let him go then. If they go.
All right. Do you make any additional efforts after them because the bears are going to leave now?
Nope, I just,
I have no interest in killing animals.
Well,
I forgot to keep track of the rounds, but we're just going to say it if the next thing happens. Because that would have happened in a couple of rounds, and it's been a couple of rounds.
Toolkit, I need a
it's a
big
little
sip.
Toolkit needs a big sip.
You don't get the benefits of a big sip, my friends. You're going to have to deal with the boss of this operation right now. From the waters near the mill pond rise 2 stone giants and 1 mean-looking customer. Can I get a hand, please, for the man himself, the boss of the operation, whose name you're probably not even going to learn, who cares?
I want to learn it.
It is Terractinus. He looks neat.
He looks like a rock fighter. God dang
Intimidation.
it.
Do you know none of you people that have come against us have survived?
You're very cute. You know that?
He has a goddamn
Yeah, that's what they
rhino.
all say. And then they all die.
Zal, he has a rhino cod piece. He's allowed to be super brave.
This man moves with determination towards a specific destination. He will bump into you quite quickly. You have 1 round to quickly make some necessary preparations. Which is mostly going to involve Toolkit healing themselves for 21.
Got some healing gear, Ezra.
Can I double fist some cure moderate wounds?
Sure.
Alright,
Feel
I'm
some
a
chug,
Pop the
chug,
corks by
chug.
putting them in your mouth and just pulling them out.
great. Now double fisted post.
You know what really gets me? This guy is a dwarf bane pick. Oh, you don't get to see that. Well, you get to see that in a moment.
Can I get on top of this house in that time?
Not in 1 turn. That's unless you're like super good at climbing and have all the cool tricks.
I mean, I kind of am. So what is my climb? Ah, actually, never mind. My climbing is not special.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Well, in that time, I'm going to get up here. And in the round we have, I'm going to stab Torvis with some Cure Light Wounds, Cure Moderate Wounds wand.
What's that do? Or what's the heal for that?
Bella, can you roll one of those potions just so I use it for a number?
Alright, then.
How many rounds did we have before they were?
1.
Ooh.
12.
Yay! I just realized I think I'm the only one who doesn't have one of those ones.
And then back to sword mode.
Handsome. 3 fine gentlemen walk towards you. They walk with grim determination, but seem not interested in fighting you. They just want to pass on through, so if you just get out of the way.
I'm just.
Sandpoint is closed.
We're
renovating.
He gives you a brief glance, and then takes up his weapon. Then I will renovate.
What are you renovating?
You.
Because, well, I'm not Sandpoint, honestly. Okay, if that's his best initiative, we just gang beat the shit out of him before he moves.
Go ahead, please.
Alright. I will approach.
Sharkbait is waking up and laughing at us.
Torvis is first, Ezra.
Ah.
You start like a move action away from each other before the sides start kicking ass.
I'm gonna take a step back just cause like, yo, I know how this works.
Oh wait, just 5 foot step, okay.
Yeah.
Do you do anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna fear them. Cause I can use it twice.
You're more than a move action away. They're outside of your cone.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, okay. I'm gonna fear cone them.
Do you try to fear Taraktinus?
Yeah.
You can move in and you can hit all of them, or you can just go for Mr. Taraktinus.
I'll hit all of them.
You move in close. Taraktinus decides to shove his dwarven pick straight into you.
I think that misses.
No, it doesn't.
Oh wow, it misses by one. It doesn't miss by 1. All right, so I take 13.
The stone giants roll some will saves. Well, one of them is spooked, and the other one is terrified.
Taraktinus.
How long are they terrified for? I need to look that up, but here we go. Taraktinus doesn't give a shit.
Oh.
Is he at least shaken?
No. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh.
He just stands there and stares you down as you get within stomping range. This guy you watch as a building he's next to, which made partially out of wood, partially out of stone, just gets torn apart as he tries to dig his way in. And in the process, you watch some people get thrown out and crushed by the debris they dig out.
Okay, I'm not taking blame for that.
I'm just gonna take 2 actions to pull out a thingy. I'm gonna hit him with a ba-ga-ba.
Moonstruck.
On Taraktinus.
I am right in fucking front of him!
Yeah, but so are the other people.
Taraktinus is unaffected by this.
Okay, sorry, I just...
into mind affecting, okay.
I thought you were gonna turn the dude into a goddamn werewolf when he's like looking at me.
Hey, it would take a round, Claire.
Craig, do something quick.
Baleful polymorph.
Take a round and turn me into a sausage.
You have access to Baleful polymorph? Nice.
Sure do.
So we're just...
We're getting turned all the bosses into random ass animals. It's great.
He does a little. He doesn't quite know what the hell you guys are doing. You're making a lot of noise, but you're not doing anything.
You know, Craig, I
so how far is he from me?
Move action.
Whoa.
You're all like in 30 foot, 25 feet. Doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm gonna step in.
Hold on.
And while I do, I'm activating a scarf, which I can do as a free action.
He has 15-foot reach, my good sir. You're gonna get smacked if you get close.
Oh, really?
Did my wolf affect it?
Did your wolf do any? No.
Okay.
All right. What are you doing, little kitty cat? Because
acrobatics check to avoid.
Sure, go ahead. I need to look up the specifics on how much that's gonna take. Because I remember it's being kind of a tough one. This is like one of those things you have to specialize for. Move through threatened area is okay. That's just a CMD, which in his case is 35. So no.
Okay, so you actually do get hit.
Hey, real quick thing.
Yes.
If he he rolled a fortitude of 23 and the check was 20. If Craig said he spent his hero point that he has every session,
I generally
on
don't allow
Jed,
people to lose hero points on other people's rolls like this. Like, not on the enemy side of things.
no, I mean like,
Tim,
could he have made his spell check a DC 24?
No, that's what I said. Because that's not a
Oh,
roll
okay,
he's
I got
making.
I'm dumb. I misread my. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, ignore me.
Okay, Kitty Cat, you spend. Well, here's the thing, Kitty Cat. If you do this, you need to spend another action to move in closer, because you can only move half speed when doing this, unless you have like super speed.
Well, I move like 40.
Okay, in that case, you can get there in one turn. Okay. You
Yeah, I'm
are now
standing.
within like 10 feet reach of him, and you can start shanking him.
Do I crit?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
you don't.
so-
You only hit.
Okay. So, is he chaotic?
Is Terectinus chaotic? He is, in fact, chaotic evil.
Awesome. I need to see how that works.
You kind of jerk. That's what
So
he is.
first, he also takes D6.
Hey, Kitty Cat, I can't help but notice you're not energy drained for that weapon you're using.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I'll fix
Remember to keep that on. Because
that. Well, I have to take it off. When I don't
I'll
have it
waggle my
out.
finger dismissively if you don't. Alright, you give him the old shanking.
What's the name for that effect?
Energy drain.
No, for the lawful effect. that it has on it.
Axiomatic.
That's it. There it is. I'm seeing how much it does. 2d6. So he takes a total of 41.
Nice.
The stone giant in the back is just going to throw some boulders at you. Which is very easy because guess what? He's surrounded by rock houses. And with a strength score of 27, it's easy to pull a bit out and just huck it at you. He is shaken, however, so this is with a -2. He has point blank, so it only becomes a -1.
Oh.
So this one would be an 18, and this one would be a nope.
On who?
On you. Like, he throws
Yep,
some
that
debris
doesn't
from the
matter.
buildings at you. Because you're the most threatening one. Everyone else is like making hand gestures and being all spooky and doing absolutely nothing.
Then I just like shake him and it just like
Everyone's trying to be spooky and wiggle fingers at him. Solid just stabs him.
Does Terectinus have anything that would help in fighting context? Nope. He's just straight up, I'm gonna fuck you up. Cool.
Awesome.
Now, Terectinus is a dual wielder. He's wielding a pick in each hand. And he's gonna power attack with both of them. How much can you power attack for? It's 1 plus 4 every 4 you have, so in his case that would be -3 plus 6. Okay, cool. So he attacks with both at once, with no penalties. On Kitty Cat.
Okay, so
That first one would
hits
be
and
a
the last
16.
one- Oh, wait, the first one's 16 damage.
Yes,
yeah?
he power attacks, so it gets a bit more oomph. The second one you want to counter?
I'm a counter.
Go ahead. Your counter doesn't hit him if you try to do the parry thing. Just gonna tell you. Like, his
Well, I'm
defenses
just
are...
deflecting.
Torvis. I had to look
So
up how long
that's
that fear
my
makes
16.
people spooked. 1 round per
Alright,
level. Okay,
well-
so that lasts a while.
Can't shake this dude, so I'm gonna full round, strike him up. Also, I'm going to point out I am using the spike with this, the level drain spike. That I can only use once a day.
Go ahead and use it.
So I'm at 3 attacks.
They all miss.
The last one?
They all miss.
Yeah, because it'd be 24 for the last one.
Oh, because Claire didn't use the
Yeah, it's not the devastating attack.
yeah, he didn't use the devastating assault.
Wait, that's what I said I was using.
Oh, you were using Devastating Assault. In that case, you hit once.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I was.
No,
using-
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
use
no. Wait,
Devastating
with
Assault
Devastating
again,
Assault, you still consider the multiple attack penalty. Like, it still goes down over time. It's just that whatever attack hits, and that's how it works.
So yeah, none of them hit. Oh wow, these rolls. Okay,
Hey, Ezra.
I do nothing.
So putting away the wand is an action, right? Or is that just a
What are you doing?
putting away the wand?
Yeah, sure. You can
Okay,
drop
then
it, too.
I drop my wand, pull out my longbow, and hit him with a
You got 2 actions
there?
after you draw it. Oh, fuck. That's
Nice.
almost confirmed.
Oh shit. Oh, I almost confirmed. Okay.
Yeah, you're 1 off.
Damn.
No.
Well,
You have your hero point.
Sure.
That one he
'Cause that's a-
feels.
Because that's a bitch load of damage right there.
Point there. I'll hero point that one.
all right. Then I'll get a D10 to that because of the frost weapon, and I'll make that vital. Which wait, let me remind me what it's a D8, right? Yeah, an extra D8. So there you go.
Handsome.
50 damage. Well, 57 damage.
Hey, Craig, what do you want to do?
I am going to cast Volcanic Storm. Jesus Christ, my damage is so fucking bad. To get all 3 of the guys in there.
Yeah, well, they have no resistances. They all take 14, including the guy inside the house who's like very about this now.
I like how he's hiding in a house.
Where's this gonna hide around here? Kitty cat.
Hold on, Doggo still got to attack.
Oh, yeah. Your goddamn dog still has to flail around, doing nothing.
Poor pupper. I feel him today.
I roll for shit most days, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so. I wonder. Nah, I'm just gonna keep risking on the crit chances being the best option here. But boom!
Whiff. His defenses are nearly impregnable.
Okay, so doing any of my options wouldn't work there. Got it. Good call.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
where's Toolkit on the initiative?
Toolkit's not in the initiative because they're like, wah, I'm so hurt. They're giving you moral support from the back. You know what? They're going to give everyone that +2 attack bonus in return for them spending a bajillion of their psi points.
Oh, that might have let me hit.
No,
Would've-
that wouldn't have let you hit on this attack at least.
27?
No, you need 29, boy.
Ah, okay.
This guy's got proper AC. Unlike his fucking idiots. Anyway, some more rocks are flying your way, kitty cat.
Wait, his AC's
no.
tied with mine?
Yes. Actually, he's not gonna go for kitty cat because turns out there's a person with a fucking bow in the back.
Who's been kind of just being a meanie.
Who gets hit by like a scattering, a grape shot of bricks, if you want an artistic term for defining bricks that disconnect from the stuff that holds them together in midair, and they just scatters against your armor.
Yep.
Wait, I'd still be a 5.
Seractinus takes no satisfaction from doing this, but he has a job to do.
Oh my god.
Add 6 to both of those.
On who?
You, kitty cat. So that's 27 plus 18. As his
And
2
that
picks.
would- So he's power attacking, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to counter both. I get the second one.
You do get the second one.
Ting.
Are you gonna take it?
And I'm gonna take that second one and crit
Marvelous.
and counter him.
In that case, he's dead. And in that case, unless you have anything further to say, the combat is over. Because the attack disbands if 2 conditions are met, and one of those conditions is Longtooth is fucking annihilated. The second one
Or Bunny.
is that Tarantino is also dead.
This guy hits freaking hard though.
This is the
Oh,
future of the enemies
also-
you'll be fighting, good sir.
Let's have a look here. Just to add in all I can.
Which you just exploding them.
The base damage of your attack already did it. The rest is all just gravy.
Yeah, I know. It makes me happy.
By the way, I want to point out that hey everyone, don't worry. I wasn't a dwarf for this battle, so his dwarf heavy pick didn't immediately kill me.
Wouldn't it have been
Bane.
fucking great if you started? By the way, he doesn't just have a dwarf bane.
Oh, it is Morphine, yeah.
He also has favorite enemy dwarves. So if he hits a dwarf, they're dead.
Looks at Craig. Aren't you like kind of a dwarf?
Not the same thing, no.
Okay.
Not this time.
They're easy to mistake, but they're not the same thing. Let's take a look. See. 2-8. Also, there were some other things that could have happened, like they would have sacked the building, but when they hear the death cry of their boss and presumably feel the emotional disturbance of a dragon getting turned to a rabbit and splatting on the ground, suffice to say that the attack gets blown off by complete shattering of morale. Also, two giants are like running and terrified, screaming about their boss having been killed. It kind of just does a real number on morale when everyone's pissing their pants running away.
Now imagine these two are just like, nope, we out. They just back out.
They don't listen to initiative. They just fucking book it. One of the guys grabs the other one and was like, we have to leave.
The other guy is like hiding in the remains of the house. He's like, nope, I'm staying here forever. This is my home now.
There's one slight problem you fuckers should have thought about ahead of time. You have no idea what these guys are up to and if they're going to try again or anything. You also don't know what their MO is, and there's a pretty good chance you probably should have figured some of that out.
How would we have done that?
Taking prisoners.
Of stone giants?
Yeah.
We got a prisoner in the house here.
Yeah, we can actually probably apprehend him.
Well, as I mentioned, one of the other guys is going to try and pull him out. And he fails, so he's just like, you know what? Fine, you stay here. I'm out of here.
Starts spinning the chain. Oh, look at what we got here.
Talon goes up. You're under arrest.
I just love the idea of like Torvis going like whoosh, whoosh, at his legs.
Well, it's even better because he looks over after seeing his boss explode. Technically twice. Remember, he exploded in ice and then exploded in fire. And stayed exploded that second time.
That's what we call antipodal.
I'll cast Wall of Fire around him just to hold him in place.
Actually, I can bind him with my vines on my gloves.
And your net?
No, I'm going to intimidate him too. Because I'm like covered in blood and I am tired of this now.
I can... Wait, guys, I got
my
that
sword's
thing!
Holy shit. Holy shit. Claire actually happens to get a use for this thing.
And Claire, you also have your net.
The fucking net!
So you bind him up and then you throw the net on him.
Yeah!
Well,
so roll an attack with your net, put it on top.
He's like panicking for a while, so you have the time. Eventually the dragon hunters show up and would like to know what happened to this dragon you were talking about.
That thing,
you're fired.
Like,
No, Talon is not even going to play around with this. He is bleeding, actually fairly badly, and he's like, okay, you're fired.
See, I knew these guys were crack full of shit.
There was a dragon, turned into a bunny, it died. You're good.
Like everything else around us, it died.
And hey, we didn't burn down the town.
Shockingly, because I made two things explode.
Yay, us.
Torvis is still really curious, like, how many fires you've actually started.
I'm going to put my sword away now so I can get my energy back.
By the way, there's only one appropriate good old-fashioned happy-go-lucky song for this. As you are, like, bleeding out.
Yes. But, me and the giant boy here are gonna have a good old time.
After a moment, he comes to. And honestly, considering how magic fear effects work, it's like when it wears off, you're like, why was I being so silly? Compulsions usually leave the person like, gosh darn, I'm such a big old dummy.
Also, I gave the proper song for what is going through Talon's head now.
Oh my fuck, pizza time.
Remember, with great power.
Fucking pizza time.
I don't take enjoyment of this.
You know what I also really like as like a sarcastic victory song? Is this one.
Did Edison's league be...
I don't know why, but the Earthbound Joined the Party song is so sarcastic sounding to me.
Stone Giant helplessly joined. We recruited him. He's part of the guild now.
Okay, allow me to read the tidbit to set off the inquiry. Because when it comes to, he chuckles, he frowns, and finds it rather humorous. Ha! Never thought I'd be defeated by nosy little humans. I never thought so. I was little toe people.
Literally, one of us is human, dude.
Oh, that's what you all say, but you all taste the same.
Your friend tastes like your boss tastes like barbecue.
Well, I'll tell you this. My lord is the mighty Mokmurian, one of the dark giants of old who's come again. His magic, the things he's made. The spells you've tried to cast on my master are but trinkets compared to what, well, my lord is capable of. He will certainly kill you all and then rake your tiny homes as ashes for his farms once he's done. You may have beaten us today, but there are hundreds of thousands of us, and many more dragons where that came from. This attack was a pittance of what we are capable of, and without the return of my master, well, I hope you enjoyed seeing this town in anything resembling its natural shape. You know, I do like my lord. He's such a smooth talker. Sure, Terractinus was the leader of a scouting party, the master of the operation. I thought you'd all be quite easy. But, well, he might make that mistake once in his life. My lord will only make it once, and then never again, because your lives will be snuffed out together. Now, I think we can come to a nice deal, though. Let me go. No questions asked, and I'll tell you everything I know.
Well,
Okay,
about
Talon
you-
whispers to everybody, probably with the mind link. Okay, legit, I did not expect him to be that eloquent.
he's surprisingly, good with his words.
Well, not all stone giants are just warriors. Some are just people who got recruited into a militia.
Yeah, they're just animals. Anyway, let's.
That's why you're not in this.
Did you?
That's why you're the one whipping the
chain him up?
That's why you're the one whipping the
And,
chains
like-
at his ankles.
Yeah, you see, you're in the background discussing this. Like he knows you're there.
You're like a
You're not the
lion
one
tamer going like,
talking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
let her
like, you
chain him up,
see,
but,
you
like,
can't
put
hear
her
any of what's-
outside.
I like to imagine that you can't hear what's going on, but you're like just every time he looks over at you, you just sort of nod.
What, do you want to ask any further questions?
So, we can guess what your goal is, but what's your whole goal thing you got going on? What are you trying to accomplish with everything that you're trying to murder?
Well, Mokmurian promised us all glory and riches. The kind of stuff that puts you on a big fancy slab in the middle of the town square.
Yeah,
As for what we
why-
were trying to achieve inside of Sandpoint, well, part of it was taking prisoners and treasure and loot. But I know that my leader happened to have been given a special assignment. I don't know what it is. I'm sure his body would have been very talkative if he was in a more lively state, but very good at removing that from people.
He started it, to be fair. Really, we didn't want to have to fight anybody. That's the least of my favorite things to do.
Yes, sure
I
it is. That's
enjoy
why
it.
you're so good at it.
I said it was one of my favorites, at least.
Yes, yes, yes. You can
It's
make
called a
excuses.
talent.
You can make excuses until the rocks come tumbling down.
Now, I do wonder why your people would listen to somebody who... You call him the Dark One. Dark usually means bad, and also he sort of led a lot of your people to, I don't know, death.
Already told you. He's a lord and leader. Promised us glories and riches. And although our
Have you
raid didn't
succeeded
end up
yet?
too well, that's because of Terractinus being a little bit of a fool when it came. He underestimated the situation. Though, to be fair, you weren't here when the initial reports came in, so you can't blame him for not knowing of the presence of mighty adventurers. Of course, when
Very
Lord
elegant
Mokmurian comes
stone
down
man.
from the Storval Plateau, he will make this place into nothing but a wasteland. Now, I presume you want to know what he is. That's what you really want to know.
yeah.
I've only heard people talk about him in passing. Heard that he has power, incredible magic, the rarest of us all, child of the stones who's mastered the magic of the ancient lords. They say he can turn the living into stone and flesh into granite armor, and in reverse. I even heard
First level wizard, got it.
he can tomb people in the very earth itself and turn them into golems that listen to his command. Even the metal in the soil listens to him.
Wait, so you
This-
said
this-
you've
this
heard
is a dude
this,
he's
but
never
never
seen before, but
seen
it's
it.
like hailed
As
as
I
like
said,
a
I've
Jesus.
only heard in passing.
I mean, kind of weak sauce, if you ask me.
Oh my god.
You can go to him if you want to and tell him all about how you think he's weak. I'm sure he will
You
spell
don't
nothing
even
but the
know where
finest
he
of
is.
spells for you.
Sure that his sauce is indeed strong.
Like, I like how he's saying.
How
like,
about
you
I
can
tell
go to
you
him or
where to
something, like,
find
dude,
him? Since apparently so interested in getting yourself turned into a toad.
Well, I
Mock
mean, your
Murian has
dragon turned
claimed a
into a
place
rabbit.
taboo to my people, the Valley of the Black Tower and the Iron Peaks. He calls his fortress Jorgenfist. It's the fortress that guards the afterlife of our world. Our elders found the name blasphemous, but Mock Murian is powerful enough that he doesn't have to worry about people calling him blasphemous.
So can you, like, show me where that is on a map? I'm kind of new to the area.
This is the part where I have to find that fucking Verizian map and I can point at it. I can, like, point my finger at it and go, it's there, that one.
And he's gonna.
We'll just assume he did that.
Actually,
Yeah, with his toe.
I'm gonna actually pull out the map because I do kind of want to know, like, approximately where you're going.
Also, this fool said, if we let him go, he'd tell us everything. But he's told us everything. He's lost.
I was kind of imagining we push him into the river.
Why,
That
why are
is
you bullying someone who's being so
sick.
helpful?
Yeah, that is,
He was
that's
trying to
actually
murder a lot of people,
Yeah, but that's like a sick
Where the
including
hell-
us.
What the hell is this Verizia map that I used to have? I had this cool map of Verizia. I think it was in the old one, not the new one. God damn it.
Yeah, drowning is evil now. I'm gonna, wrap my chain around his neck and.
Please,
drown him.
drowning is one of the least painful ways to die.
Drowning is evil. Instead,
Isn't it the most painful?
lynch him? Is that what I'm hearing, Claire?
Hey,
Yeah,
Claire.
I'm gonna.
Hey, Claire, if you're gonna drown this guy, I'm shifting you to neutral.
No, she just said
Bella.
lynch him.
I said that drowning was evil.
Yeah, and no, you want to use your chain around the neck.
I could just coup de grace him quick and just.
Yeah, but now Talon
Yeah.
actually want to honor an agreement.
Why the fuck? I'm so angry. So
technically
fucking
none
angry.
of us agreed. He just started talking.
We just kept
Or-
asking questions and he kept talking.
We barely even asked questions. He just started talking.
You just
Yes,
actually
if
hear
if
it
I
in
tell you
your head.
everything, you'll let me go. So I'm going to tell you everything. So you can let me go now? We have said nothing for the last half hour.
Well, he's not going to point anything out. He said he would tell you everything if you agree to his terms. So it's assumed that you've agreed to his terms.
That would be honorable. Torvis is saying in her head, Talon, that she's going to, kill it.
I'm just trying to copy this.
Talon, who is in significantly worse health than you, gives you just this calm look and says, "No, you won't."
So are you going to agree to his terms or what? He'll tell you where to go
Yeah.
if you do.
Talon will take the extra information.
Okay, this is the part where I start just wiggling a map trying to figure out where the fuck to look at this thing.
This is the part where the DM goes, "Oh, I
This-
really wish you didn't ask that."
This is the part where the
Like, I'm
GM
gonna
goes,
post-
why don't you just have a fucking map? And they're like, it's here. It overlooks the water of the Mushkal River. Nice. Black Tower and the Iron Peaks. Nice. That helps me somewhat if I can find the Mushkal fucking river.
Hey, kitty, I'm going to give you some head pets.
I would appreciate head pats.
Is this
You got
even in
pets.
Verizia?
That actually brings me up quite a lot.
Oh, there we go. There are the Iron.
These are the best kind of head pats.
Wait, weren't you in the
Wait.
Iron Peaks like a bit? Jesus fucking Christ. Of course you were. In the Iron
Are we
Peaks a bit
backtracking?
ago. Why did they
Wait,
make the
it's those
module
mountains
like
we were
this?
already in.
Okay,
Great, we have to go through Redneck Town to get there again.
not necessarily. Okay, so
Wait.
I showed you that map
Where's-
once. Remember that lake that was off to the Hook Mountain side? If you follow that one, like along somewhere on that is where you're looking for.
Where's Torvis?
Torvis is Angie.
Where's her piece?
I think she's under.
Probably got buried.
Torvis,
Yeah,
Torvis Angie.
Oh yeah, you were under like an orgy of stone giants.
Why were you there?
I'm not sure why I was there.
Yeah, I was like, where the hell is her piece?
Did you push me into the giants, Cat? Is this you sympathizing with monsters now?
First, you let a pit lord go. And now you're letting a stone giant go.
Wait, Druid Hippie Man, are you disagreeing with me not killing things?
Well, I just I don't know if letting it go is the right choice.
And Torvis, Talon says, irritatedly in her head, I'm not really agreeing with the whole murdering everything that you see plan.
Yeah, and really, if he goes back to his guys, he's only just one more guy, and what this guy claims is a whole army of guys. So
Yeah, it's not like he has any tactical info on us other than, oh shit, I got scared and my boss exploded.
Also, oh, okay. Well, you know what? Torvis is actually in your head. Said, ask the monster what he was here for and how many people that we were protecting he went for.
Well, he was here for loot. He said that.
Also, he was looking for food that were people.
Yeah, his boss was probably looking for the hell thingy that we found.
Torvis is displeased. You actually, above your head, you see the Torvis will remember that.
Okay, the relationship value between Torvis and the cat has to be really low at this point.
we're talking Sanctity and Leona low.
Yeah, we're talking like I feel like at some point there's probably gonna be blows between them.
It's gonna be really hilarious since you get like crits from 1 out of every 2 attacks, and I have to use a 3-turn attack combo to get a good hit in.
And have an AC at 29.
I fucking love when party members fight each other.
we turn this into a PvP campaign.
I mean, hey, if it's an agreed upon thing between out of character players.
Slams my what's the WoW thing like where the flag appears and people like duel each other?
Claire, I'm gonna meet you in the deep wilderness in RuneScape.
Yeah, I'm gonna F you up, man.
We have to go deep wilderness because I'm a mage pure, so I'm just gonna sit there and snipe you with a super doomsday spell while I'm level 12.
As you guys are walking, you have the cat just constantly stepping on the back of Torvis's shoe, it just over the heel.
And he's just so good at pretending to not be doing it.
Oh, what a! Oh, wait, roll a bluff to like for the like do this really dickish heel thing. Claim it's an accident. Okay, I believe you.
Oh man, sorry, that was an accident. It's okay,
Hey,
cat eye does it again.
Yeah, accidents happen. And Ezra's sus.
Like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm sus.
I think you're cool. Yeah, you kill me in like what, 1 hit? Like super crit.
So can I go?
Still trying to get the map.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Did I put the Verusia map on this one yet or not? Well, he'll give you a good enough approximation that you can travel there. Did you forget, by the way, that you have a fun friend who can just teleport you over there? In like one go, you'll be there. There's one downside though, which is that teleport has a chance of going wrong.
Great, we end up in the infernal plane.
Let's see. What are your odds if someone is just like told about it? I guess that's technically counts as viewed once. They have to do some scrying and see it. The odds of success are actually 76%, 75%. So you've got 25% chance of appearing slightly out of the way. Let's see. You have an 11% chance of showing up slightly out of the way. A 7% chance of appearing somewhere else, and a mishap, which who knows what that is.
I mean, like, do we end up on another plane somewhere?
Let's see. Off target. You
hell.
appear safely a random distance away from the destination in a random direction. The distance off is a D percentile die of the distance traveled. The direction is determined randomly. Similar area. You wind up in an area that's visually or thematically similar to the target area. Generally, you appear in the closest similar place within range. If no such area exists within the spell range, the spell simply fails instead. So, odds are they're gonna teleport you over to, like, the fucking Turtleback Ferry or something like that, which is like a whole day away from where you need to be.
It's still not bad.
It's better than 2 weeks of travel.
We could use those 2 weeks to level up a bit, since we're,
you're falling behind on the curve with every single fight, yes. Which I like, because you guys are doing just fine without it.
Somehow.
By some fucking miracle.
Aside from Ezra almost dying from the bear swarm.
What level were you intended to be at this point again? Oh yeah, like level 11. You're gonna be 10. This is not bad.
So yeah, we've been one level behind the entire campaign.
I keep
It's
forgetting.
also
Race is just
good
about
because my
the
AC is
side quests?
19.
Yeah, you gotta remember your AC is not quite mine.
Yeah,
You need to bump it up.
yeah. Is there a way to improve the shifting jerkins like AC? Like,
Bella,
Okay.
it's a shirt.
Okay,
well,
Bella,
I
let's have a close look
it's an
at what
armor
you're.
piece.
Yeah, I mean, Bella,
Like,
your big
I
fucking
can't.
problem, Bella, your big fucking problem is you're not wearing a ring of protection. You're not wearing an amulet of natural protection or anything like that,
I'm
and you're
wearing a
wearing
ring of
light armor. You need to step it up a bit.
I'm wearing a ring
I
protection.
gave you an
I thought
adamantine
Why do I not
plate
see
for...
that armor class reflected anywhere?
But do you actually know what a jerkin is?
Oh, you just gave yourself misc AC. That's not how that works, Bella. That's not how you should do that.
Really?
Well, you know what jerkin is, right? You
Yeah,
see that
but
thing he's wearing?
yeah.
That's your entire armor.
Yep.
What your ring of protection is +2. Okay, thank you. Now this makes
There's
a bit
only
more
so
sense.
far you can make that stronger.
Yeah, at some point you need to start either investing in better armor or considering better armor. Or
But,
Like,
Yeah,
here,
Bella,
there's one
Claire and I
thing.
are wearing like
One thing though, you
Mm.
can technically wear another set of armor over the jerking.
okay.
Yeah, the jerking occupies your armor body slots for magic items, but you can still wear a plus enhanced suit on top of it.
Oh.
The
I'm
downside
doing
is
that.
that's hella bulky. The upside is fucking not getting killed.
and not getting
Um,
killed would be pretty beneficial.
I'm gonna find a way to do that.
We'll work it out. Okay, good news though. This guy has some stuff on him. Let's see, what do the stone giants usually carry with them? Any could loot? Nope. Oh wait, they do. They carry other treasure. How boring. Terractinus has +2 hide armor, a plus ring of protection +1, a +1 light pick, and a +1 dwarf bane heavy pick. Which, you know, I say that magic items can shrink or grow one size, so you can take those things and use them if you want to. You know what? Let's go to Donjon, or I can let you roll your own treasure. What do you want? Because there are lots of giants, and they probably have some fun trinkets that they picked up along the way they can't use.
I'm gonna let the other people pick this time because I picked last time.
Do you want to roll? Do you want me to roll a big heap of like stinking, smelly treasure in the dungeon just to get just a big pile of random garbage, or do you want to roll some special you things?
I mean, I do
like
like
the
special
new
you things.
The smelly pile is bigger.
What do you think, Noto?
I mean, personalized stuff is good.
Looks like we're doing personalized.
Oh no, you misunderstand. I don't mean personalized. I mean you just get a heap of stuff, and it's all and you roll for it. You just roll on a table of generally high level items instead of rolling for a whole bunch of garbage.
Oh, I
But
guess the
alright.
idea is like, do you just want more gold or more?
Actually, I'd like more mungies.
But you know what? We're gonna go. Everyone wanted to roll for cool items, so let's roll for cool items.
Okay.
That, to be fair though, if you roll for like big heaps of treasure, you usually get like so many miscellaneous items. You get a whole bunch of scrolls, you get a whole bunch of potions, a whole bunch of wands. Of like, do you want charm animal? Anyone want one of these? Anyone want a wand of delay poison with 1 charge? I got
What?
1. All right, we're gonna roll for treasure. We'll give. How about we give? We're gonna give everyone a go. Let's give. You know what? How about this? Which one of you considers themselves the MVP of this fight? Who's the MVP here?
Craig.
Cat.
Yeah, it was
The cat.
today.
All right, then Cat gets
Cat
to
was
roll on
getting
the CR10
no,
table.
Craig was getting the siege fight though.
Yeah, it was kind of like a split between me and Craig because like I took the boss on really well and handled a lot of the enemies here, but Craig was like helping like a champ in that siege part.
Also, Melria was the MVP.
Aurelian was technically the MVP here, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, she killed a dragon.
All right then. I'm gonna give you 2 options for rolling. You know what? Let's just go with the one I had in mind. All right. we'll let Craig roll the big one, because he deserves the big one. But first, we're going to roll for the weenies of the party, starting off with Baby T. Claire. Roll me a D100.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm going to write on a little notepad all the things that you get along the way.
Yay.
Baby Claire, D percentile, please. A 59. Let's see what a 59 awards you. A 59 gets you a nice pouch of money. Can you roll me 44?
44?
Ooh, a pouch with 1,100 gold pieces. You also acquire, you find an extremely fine little thing. It is a deeply polished onyx sphere with trees carved into its relief. This thing is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Just holding it gives you a strange sense of calm. We'll get to your loot item, the magic item, in a bit. Bella, roll me a D100.
D100. 23.
Okay, Kitty Cat, you can also roll me a D100. 23. Ooh, that's the good one. Bella can roll me a 2D10.
2D10. 8.
You find 800 gold pieces in a nice little pouch. And Kitty Cat rolled 56. The same as before. Kitty Cat, you can roll me a 44. You find 1,200 gold pieces, and it's a lot of fifth item table. Okay, big man, roll me a D100. Stone man.
Oh.
You know what? You can roll me again, because that is like that's the part where like the GM leans in and goes, treasure here is like 3 level. There, Jesus, you fucking compensate like crazy.
88.
Can you roll me a 3D10, please? He gets an F and he gets an 8. Oh, Jesus.
18.
18. You find 180 platinum pieces.
Damn. 18,000?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. 180, not 1,800.
Okay. So 1,800 gold.
You also get an item from category F, which are extremely fancy. Among the fine prized items upon Mr. Titicaca's Tarantino's fine stuff is, it is the mother of pearl statue of a Naga. Its value is no less than 4,000 gold pieces. It is incredible.
Buy some armor now.
All right, let's get to the kids. 5th level Claire, roll me a D100 and see what kind of cool item you pick up.
All right.
32. You find a brooch of shielding. That's not the best.
Wait.
I mean, it's like nice if you're worried about getting hit with magic missile. If you got someone who got like a magic missile Gatling gun, but
I mean, I've always wanted to get like just a tube of wands of magic missile.
I once made a magic Gatling cannon magic missile, which had the thing that it would sometimes just hit you because they're just going everywhere. Bella, roll me the D100 of good fortunes.
D100. 42.
42. You find a javelin of lightning.
Sick.
Oh.
We'll get to what that is in a moment. Kitty Cat, can you roll me? Oh yeah, we forgot to roll your cool random garbage items. Let's see. You both get a category E item. Bella finds a black pearl. That's easily worth 1,200 gold pieces.
We're getting loaded.
Indeed. You, however, find a rolled-up silk batter embroiled with performing musician. Such a fine item can be worth nothing less than 700 gold pieces, Kitty Cat. Can you roll me the D100 for your treasure, though? For what fancy thing he's keeping in his back pocket to probably scratch his back.
Seriously?
You get a bear helm. Whatever that does. We'll get to that.
I feel that's going to go to Notorious.
Maybe.
If it turns him into a bear, why give it to him?
I'm already a bear.
Out
Yes.
of a bear.
Bear Man, you roll on the 8th level table. Can you roll me a D100 and see what kind of amazing item rolls out of the table?
So D100, you said?
Yes.
Full 100.
47. I'm just double checking, making sure this item is something the party can actually use. Because I don't want to give you something that's like, this is sailbait. Because that just feels bad. When you roll something, it's like, I'm going to use this.
Here's a great axe, so no one can use it. Get used
I
to it.
can.
Well, this item would be useful. Okay, now, I'm just going to tell you what this is, and I'm going to let you decide if you want to keep it or if you want to re-roll, because this item is kind of weird, and I don't know if you guys can use this too well. It's a sleeping spike. It's a wooden spike that you slap into the ground, and then, like, soon after that, anyone that gets within 10 feet of it has to roll DC 17 against a 20-foot burst radius of sleep. And then it's destroyed. It's a sleep mine.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. You can roll again. That's nice, but that's like something you want to craft when you need it. A 10. You can't. I don't think the party can use this. This is a summoner's totem, and no one here is a summoner anymore. You know what? Roll me one more time, and after that, I'm just gonna choose something that I think you'll like. Orb of Mental Renewal. Now that just sounds exciting. Orb of Mental Renewal. Oh, that restores ability damage. If it destroys an impact, if it destroys, okay. Would you like an orb? That if you clutch it, it's a small bronze and golden orb. If you hold it tightly, you can heal mental ability damage. Essentially, you have to hold it, and then you can spend some charges. It gets 3 charges, which are renewed each day. If you spend 1 charge, you can restore 4 points of mental damage, or 2 to all 3. 2 charges for 6 in 1, or 3 overall. And with 3 charges, 8 in 1, or 4 overall. Do you want this? Otherwise, I'll pick something off the list that looks cool.
And pick something.
Well, gosh, now you're putting all the burden on me.
Do it because we wub you. And Sharkbait's tip tapping.
I got one that's pretty cool, but I don't know if I'm gonna. So yeah, what a day! What a day it's been. You know what? I think I'm gonna give you something that Bella can use. A very nice little item that you could use, but you could also give it to Bella if you want her to die less. It's a small crystal, but it's quite an interesting one. When you hold it, it's quite difficult to explain. This is a crystal you slap on a bit of armor, and when you slap it on armor, it gives the armor a certain resistance, making it pseudo-physical resistance. Here we go. This is a Greater Iron Ward Diamond. It grants damage reduction 5 with no means of overcoming it until it's prevented at least 50 points of damage. So you slap it on.
I'm guessing it breaks.
No, it just stops working for the day.
Wow.
Yeah. So every day, you for 50 points of damage reduction, you get 5 DR5. It's worth 8,000, so you can always sell it.
That's pretty cool.
It is neat.
That's something you can use.
You figure out what to do with that later.
And now you have a big old pile of stuff. Oh yeah, let's look up what the bear helm does.
Yes, I want to know what my bear helm does.
What is this? Let's see if there's a picture. There's usually a picture. Oh, no, there's no picture. There is the beholder crown, but that's not relevant right now. Bear helm, 5th level item. This large helmet is wrapped at the height of a bear's head with metal teeth worked into its visor. Oh, this is while raging. Do you want to roll again?
Yeah, because that was your rage.
No one here gets angry. Everyone here is perfectly reasonable. Roll me a D100 then. We're gonna have to jaunt to another timeline. Ooh, I think this one you're gonna like. This is perfectly up your alley. In fact, I think you're gonna be the most satisfied of everyone here.
Yay!
They're called the Bracers of Quick Strike. When you activate the Braces of Quick Strike, you can make 1 extra attack with any weapon you are holding. If you commit to making a full, so you make one at the full base attack bonus. So essentially, if you spend 2 actions, you can attack twice at full attack bonus, but your penalty increases as normal afterwards.
So I get 2 of them at full, and then it's just back to normal?
Yes. So it gives you 2 very accurate attacks. Once per
That
day.
is really useful.
Actually, I think there's a picture in here of them, because there's so many pictures in this. I really like they put in the effort to. No, there's no picture of the quick strike, but hey, you got bracers that once per day, like you don't. Oh, each of these mithril bracers bears an image of a needle sharp dagger. So who doesn't like to stabby stab? Cool. Also, the javelin of lightning, pretty cool. Shouldn't have to tell you that. Is it reusable though? Because I remember some javelins of lightning are consumable, but there might be a whole other thing I'm thinking about. Oh yeah, here we go. The Javelin of Lightning becomes a 5d6 lightning bolt, reflex DC 14 half. It is consumed in the attack. But hey, it'll explode real nice. If there's a whole bunch of giants standing in a hallway, you take it out and you go, heh. Finally, the Brooch of Shielding. You can wear it on your neck. While worn, it can absorb magic missiles of the sword generated by a spell-like ability. It can absorb up to 101 points of damage from magic missiles before it melts and becomes useless.
So if I meet the guy at this level of anything, who's like, I'm gonna kill Torvus with magic missile. Now he's about to have the worst day of his life. Now,
Claire, don't listen. Magic missile is pretty powerful if someone's like at low hit points and you're like, because force damage is hard to resist, and it's guaranteed to hit, and it does a pretty reliable amount of damage. Like 5d4 plus 5 can kill someone who's or push someone who's on the floor and dying over the edge. You know, if someone's very cruel, it's a great finisher because they can't do anything about it.
Zephyr, can you copy and paste the Javelin Lightning details to me? Pretty please.
Bella, I just said everything there was to say. The whole description is literally the javelin becomes a 5d6 lightning bolt when thrown. It's literally just this.
So is it more than one use, or is it just disintegrate after you throw it?
It explodes after.
That's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Guy's not expecting it. You just throw this javelin, and you just...
Anyway, you got a whole pile of stuff and money.
Yeah.
And the dragon slayers are gone. And now that there's quiet, you're politely requested to maybe stop that because they don't, like... If they came here with a reason specific to this area, they would like for that to stop. If you could help it. Could you? Could you maybe, please? Please!
We might be able to.
Like, people were getting dragged out of... Like, no one's actually dead. Most people are, like, healed or taken care of in time. But they want this to stop. This is not good. People are panicking. These things were overpowering. They couldn't do anything. Like, if they come again, this place is dead without anyone like you around. Gosh, remember when you guys were, like, battling baby goblins and now you're fighting things several times their size? Well, as a nice crown to end this off, you guys are only 5,000 experience points away from level 10. So how about you level up for next time?
Yeah.
And next time...
What changes for me?
The gang goes to Jorgenfist. Or maybe something else. I don't know how you're going to get there. I don't know what plans you have on how to get there or what to do once you're there. It's up to you. Ooh, charmed life 5 times per day. Ooh.
Yep, one more time.
I'm happier for you. Ooh, more
That's
spells.
All I get.
The wild-shaped boy gets the wild-shaped more, and he gets the more spells. Who doesn't like more spells?
Oh yeah, and my HP roll was a 10. Hell yeah.
Our local Slayer can now study more targets and can get advanced Slayer talents.
And my study target is bigger.
What does the Master of Chains get? What level are you now, Master of Chains? You're like 5th, right?
Yeah, 5th.
Chain armor and double chain.
On to my reflex save.
Oh yeah, the double chain. I don't really understand that one. I think Zon explained it to me though. But yeah, chain armor now. I literally just get 5 bonus AC.
But don't forget our bonus. Oh wow, DCR 3. Oh, Pierce. Oh man, that's pretty good. That's so.
Yeah, it's really pretty good.
Like 3 reduction piercing weapons. Sure, arrows are a problem, but these guys are using clubs and boulders.
I am now at 101 health.
Wait,
got
how'd you get
3 to
so
my
much more health than me all of a sudden?
Cause last one I rolled. I think I rolled either max or I rolled an 8.
You can
Because for
you can
several levels, you were well below us
you
in
can
HP,
take
and
average.
I thought you were almost tied.
Ugh, you guys, bunch of weirdos. Anyway, I'm
Because
gonna.
I had a few
Average-
levels where I took average.
average is 5, right?
Oh yeah, let's see about toolkit.
If it's a 10, yeah.
What does your local resident resident vitamin get at level 9th? Expanded knowledge, and they get another power, and they can cast 5th level powers.
I'd be at 103 if I took average, so let's do that.
Expanded knowledge. Gains the expanded knowledge bonus feat. Psionic. You can take. You add what to your powers known 1 additional power of any level up to. Okay. Oh. So time to browse some other psionic power lists, huh?
Yay, new powers.
Yeah, they can get like an explosion ability, or something like that. Is there one for flying? Because this party could use some flying. Trace. Oh man. Tower of Iron Will. Planar Travel. Those are all 5th, but they're still pretty cool. Let's take a look at Vitalist powers at 5th. We have Adapt Body, Incarnate, which can make some powers permanent. We're going to look at what they can do with that. Aural Sight, Conceal Thoughts, Converse Danger, Sense, Detect, Elf Sight, Heighten. Not that many. Not that interesting. We also have Leech Field, Leech Power Points. Each time you make a saving throw. Power Resistance, which will become Spell Resistance because I'm not doing like that. Psionic Revivify, return the dead to life before the psyche leaves the corpse. Essentially, Breath of Life. This is instantaneous. Psionic Revivify lets the manifestor reconnect the corpse psyche with its body, restoring life to a previously deceased creature. It must be used within 1 round of the victim's death. Fuck yeah. The party could use that. Really good. Restore Extremity, aka Regeneration. Just fucking slap a new limb on that bitch.
Also,
Ooh.
Claire, did you add your con modifier to your HP?
Oh, right, my con mod.
There's also a
90.
fun one that I think everyone here is going to like. Tower of Iron Will. You generate a bastion of thought that's so strong that it offers protection to you and everyone around you, improving the self-control of all. You and all allies within the area of this power, which is like 10 feet radius, gain spell resistance 19 against all mind-affecting powers. You can manifest this power instantly, quickly enough to gain benefits in an emergency. Manifesting this power is an immediate action. So
That is useful.
So your fucking boy can now just say abracadabra, abracazoo. Everyone stop picking your nose, and you'll do it. You'll stop picking your nose.
Also, next level, 1 more level.
Then what? What do you get, Mr. Grabby Hands?
Evasion, Uncanny Dodge, Improved Uncanny Dodge, and Subtle Blade.
Look at those grabby hands. They're so grabby.
I suddenly become halfway immortal.
Grabby, grabby.
What's that? You're trying to flank me? No, you're not. You want to take my weapon? Fuck off.
Ooh, they can get Dimension Door.
Oh man, you're trying to hit me with lightning. I sidestepped it.
So what do you want them to get with their expanded? Because they're probably gonna get either Revivify or Iron Will. Because, either bring people back from the dead or stop mind-affecting abilities. But, do you want them to get, like, an attack ability with their expanded knowledge?
Attack ability would probably be helpful.
They could get another... They could just use a feat to get another power, too. Like, because they're 9th, they get another feat.
Also, Claire, I just posted Talon, next level.
Hmm.
My favorite art from Magic the Gathering.
I hate that card.
What the heck?
Man, I wish heavy armor didn't reduce your speed, because I want to wear it so bad.
Man, I wish that this giant, bulky plate of steel I was wearing didn't slow me down.
Well, then get it made out of mithril. It reduces the penalty. And
Also, it's
hey,
kinda funny 'cause-
Bella, did you know that fighter gets to reduce that stuff? Did you know? If you want to be a big heavy armor boy, become a fighter. I'm not kidding, by the way.
I have 5
Like, Pathfinder did a great job making fighters, like, ridiculous in the numbers department.
They are the big
Here, at 7th level, a fighter can move at their normal speed while wearing heavy armor. Who needs mithril? I'm going straight to adamantine, baby.
By the way, Saf, I'm just asking here, what is double chain? Since I'm a chain master where I can wield the spike and
I think
with no negatives, what
I
does
think
double chain even do for me?
okay, so I don't know how to readjust multiple weapon fighting for this. So I'm just gonna say that it lets you make 2 attacks at a -2 instead of the normal multi-attack penalty.
So both your attacks are -2, Claire.
Instead of one being at full and then one at -5.
Oh, okay. That I'll go for that.
Also, the artist who drew that stupid Magic the Gathering picture later did the webcomic Girl Genius.
It's getting a video game now.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, apparently that's getting a game.
Also, Void Fate's one of my favorite cards just to piss people off with.
What do you mean, Claire? Yeah.
Yeah, you were one of them.
Yeah, but even like medium armor reduces your speed.
Anyway, since I like leaving things, oh god, these are the caves. These are not where we're supposed to be. Since I like leaving things off with a little bit of ooh, spooky sounds and all that stuff. Next time, you guys are going to Jorgenfest, and this is what it looks like. It's gonna take a moment to load in, but yeah.
Thought you were gonna like do a spooky teaser and like Torvus just explodes. What happens next time Torvus explodes? Who knows?
Let's see. I'm just gonna take a look. Let's just who is in Jorgenfest? Who's chilling out in this fine place? I know there's gonna be a Mordenkainen, the powerful whatever caster. Ooh, there's something called a Chamber of Reduction.
Mordenkainen from League?
Ooh, there might be a Stone Golem, as I thought. There's someone called the Headless Lord, who, I like his art. He looks like he's ready to go. Ooh, Shining Children, Forge Fiends, Clockwork Librarians. I don't think you're supposed to fight that one. He's got a book in his hands. Oh, it's this weird as fuck monster. Okay, I guess you're gonna have to deal with those. And then we got Mr. Mordenkainen. And they're gonna get a map. Nice. But that's all for the far, far future. Man, this art makes it look so much better than the spells really are. And you're gonna see what I mean when we get there. You're gonna be like, well, I forgot all about what Steffi said like months ago, but... Ooh, oh boy. I was kind of kidding with, Turns out I wasn't kidding. Ooh.
Maybe you are fucked. Whoops.
Yeah, maybe there are a lot more dragons than I thought there were.
Well, we just need to get use that same feat we did last time by not having our person who can do it.
See, that thing only really worked because the giants were kind of there, but if you're infiltrating a full fortress, one trick ain't gonna make your sleeves shiver. And that's how the game works. Is that, yes, this spell is really good, but it helps against one. Just one.
Just that time.
And the idea is that there's more than one. Oh my god, the art's just like... You got a guy's like ready to go, and then you get a guy like thinking, and then you get guys like, come on, man, what kind of anime did you grow up in? And then there's a fucking kobold, and I'm like, what is a kobold doing this far in an AP with Pathfinder having such a hate boner for them? Oh, that just reminds me of the... So, this is a weird thing to spoil about Wrath of the Righteous, but it's also fucking hilarious. In the last book, if I'm correct, there's a Lemure. There's, you know, one of those fucking devil idiots? Or something. No. It was... What was the demon equivalent of Lemure?
So lemurs were demons.
No. Lemures are devils. See if I can fucking find out what it is. Not a Lilith and a Merith. I need to know this because then I can look him up. Anyway, in that book, there is one of those fucking idiots. And he's like a fucking baby. But he's also like mythic rank 10. A Dretch, what? That's what they are. Okay, here we go. Dretch. Let's see if I can find them. Okay, here we go. It's called the Soul Foundry. This demon, once a powerful Dyraki demon in Discari's employ, is now a powerful mythic, but still pitiable Dretch, known as the Suture, who's keeping the whole fucking world wound together. Like, what a fucking weenie. Where's this motherfucker?
So he's a CR2 demon.
There's
but mythic.
There's a dude in this area who's called Lord Stillborn. And he looks just as his name would imply. What a fucking baller this guy is.
Is he wearing like a cloak of stillborn?
No, but he looks like this.
Something?
He's a pickled punk. He's a pickled punk.
He has 2 faces.
Then there's the filleted man. Ooh. Here we go. The Suture. He's a dretch. He's got two hit dice because he's a dretch, and he has mythic rank 10.
Lord Stillborn looks like a very unpleasant person to talk to.
Like, this guy is helpless and useless, but because of all the bullshit crap he has flowing through his body, he gets an extra 121 hit points, fast healing 15, AC of 28, an aura of pain. He's resistant to so many things, but he's a little baby.
So it's because he has bad man juice in him.
No, because he was once a powerful demon, and then he made the world wound, and it sucked all the good juice out of him. I think that's how it happened, and then he became this baby. But because he made the world wound, he became super powerful. So he kind of got torn every which way, and now he's a stupid idiot.
So
he literally has 9 intelligence. He's a stupid idiot.
Baby man.
He's a little baby man. He's a baby man who has a claw attack of 1d4 plus 3. You can also cast Word of Chaos and Blasphemy, but that's besides the point. Also, he makes Mythic Power go boom. He's not supposed to be a serious fight, but it's fucking... Like, I like it. I love this. This is one of those moments where I feel like, come on, this is what you need. You need things that don't quite work, or else things feel too straight.
But
oh my god.
It's like really late now.
Yeah. He's Rejuvenation. He's...
5 AM, yeah.
Oh! If you kill him, he explodes into a blast of red lightning that does 20d6 damage.
Jesus.
And he rejuvenates afterwards. What a hero. Anyway, bye-bye, Bella. And Claire.
Blah, 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 blah.
And Zala.
Oh boy.
Bye-bye.